And well, Matt, welcome to part two of the finale of this book of the Westgate Irregulars campaign. I am Eric Scott DeVee, the DM of this campaign, and I'm all set to just unleash hell on these PCs. So, in that spirit, take it away, Aaron.
I am Erin M. Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels saga, and I play Cecilia, a half-elf who is definitely not a warlock. I'm also going to tell you about our sponsor really quick. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic D&D adventure. The game is available. Oh, so sorry, I forgot the part where I say that includes Farida and Havilar and Mehen, and also I hear Zuni from Brimstone Angels saga.
Nice.
The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and Web, Xbox One, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. It is Founders Day, so there's a new event coming up. Go ahead and if you type in the command at the bottom of the screen, it will give you a code for an Electrum chest of your very own. So that is from Idle Champions just for you. So pop that in. Let us know what you got. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can find out more at idlechampions.com.
I just want to say real quick, we have like the best code this week.
We
It
do.
is, like,
we have
my
a
favorite
really
code
they
of
are
all the ones we randomly generate.
they are randomly generated. I don't know. They had that one, the Yang Slam Vamp or something that was
yeah, that
like
was good
quite a
too.
callback to the last time we tangled with vampires, or the last good when we succeeded time. But OOPS-RACY-BODS is.
I just can't believe it's random. Like, there's no way of all the permutations. Like, that randomly came together.
It's that soft AI trying to write a romance novel or whatever. Like.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Rhiannon Held. I write urban fantasy under that name and space opera under RZ Held. And I play Artemisia, half-elf sorcerer who really likes lightning.
Hey, I'm Yang Wang. I'm a writer and a filmmaker, and I play Stong Macguk, a half-orc bard whose greatest strength is his strength.
I'm Stephen Merlino. I play this guy, Sturge, an arcane trickster and diviner.
I'm Emily Tang. I play Kayla Thamakir, newly returned. A very
Welcome back.
necromancer now. With or without feathers, we'll see.
When you left
I'm
us, you were...
Disclaimer. All opinions expressed in this stream are my own and do not represent Wizards of the Coast. There we go. Oh yeah, because I am a writer and game designer at Wizards of the Coast. I'm gonna remember this eventually.
Well, it's cool.
It's like getting on a bike again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And I'm Randy Henderson, and I play Rogar, dwarf cleric, and Gaby.
All right. Thank you all for stalling for me long enough for me to put Kayla's mini on the board. And I believe you said you rolled 20 for initiative. That's pretty great. So I'm going to add a turn for her. Go ahead and put us on roll 20 if you would, Yang Yang.
Roll 20 is up.
All right. Last we left, they were in the middle of a desperate battle. Kayla just appeared, stepping out of the darkness. She sloughs off the demon's head on her sword. Blood flows down onto the stones underneath. And Kayla, you see this nightmare of battle before you. The irregulars some of them are flying around blasting, and some of them are on the ground fighting desperately with a number of enemies. A number of vampires that are casting some ritual. There's this black maw of darkness that you stepped out of. You're currently standing basically in it. It's not doing anything negative to you, though. And we're just going to go right back into where we were, which is on initiative count 14. So that's the Night King himself. So, oh man. Anyway, yeah. He happens to be standing next to an ally, and he steps into that ally's shadow and appears next to Stong. You will die first, Stong Makuk. Then your friends, all of you will perish. And then he's going to attack. Everyone expected there to be some kind of preamble, but no. No, it's just battle.
It's
Just right
jumping
into the
at
action.
you.
Right into the action. Okay, I'm not gonna add the attack modifier. I'll just 20s a couple times. Yeah, 2 times. Okay, so Stong, 27 to hit you.
27 hits.
Okay, so he grabs onto you. And then 20 to hit you.
20 hits.
Okay, and then he bites you. And
Even if you're a vampire, we'll love you.
13
thank you.
piercing damage and
13 pierce.
21 necrotic damage.
Damn!
And your maximum hit points are reduced by 21.
Okay. So, just so I know, is that one instance of damage, or would that count as 2 instances of damage for concentration?
That's 1 attack.
Okay.
So a total of 34 damage,
Okay.
which makes your concentration save 17.
My
Oh,
God.
oh, man.
You don't have inspiration, do you?
Just barely.
I do not.
Darn.
He doesn't have inspiration, huh?
No, I used it last time.
Oh,
So Stong was really surprised by the Night King popping out like that. He was already down to 36. He was not looking real good. And after that last bite, Stong yells out in pain, and he looks like he's like barely hanging on
Looks
to
like
life.
the chat did give you inspiration if you want to try again.
Oh, chat, you're so nice. All right. But the 17 is gonna be hard to beat. All right, I will redeem it. Thank you, chat.
I mean, it's a
25.
50-50 shot.
We'll keep that wall force up in your face, Night King.
So all
Small
that
victories.
you just said about about Stong is still accurate, but you managed to soldier through.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah, just
two rounds of inspiration.
focus.
So you used one,
I will
you
bank
get the
one.
other one. Cool.
Thank you. Thanks, Daza. Thanks, sub critical roll.
All right, Duchess of Venom. She is trapped inside that wall of force. Yeah, Stong is really hurt. The Duchess of Venom is trapped inside that wall of force. Does that wall of force have a ceiling?
It does.
It
At least
does
when
have a
I-
He
ceiling.
did. Yes,
when I
he
made it.
specified that. Because I was thinking of dropping things in it, and then I went, oh, I can't. If I can't drop things in, she can't climb out.
Okay, yeah, she's basically stuck in there and can't get out. All right, which one is this? Clicking on it, it's. Oh, okay, I understand. All right, Artemisia's turn.
Okay. Well, she's quite worried about Stong. So her plan is that she's gonna drop down. So she's hovering right now. That she's gonna drop down next to him, and say, "I can dimension door you away." So then that he would have a chance to say no before she just grabbed him.
I think you can convey your intentions. I think you've been adventuring together long enough that you can just like show up and he sees what you're going to do. So you don't have to like tell him what you're going to do exactly.
He lifts a weak finger and he points at Sarshan and the vampires that are surrounding Sarshan, being kept at bay by the wall of force.
Oh man, you make a good point.
That was my counter argument. Counterpoint.
So
Fair point.
the tendril of darkness there, does it go? Can she use TK to be high enough above it so she can go above it and then over to Sarshan?
How far does the telekinesis allow you to propel yourself?
I will look this up because that is one thing that I don't keep in my brain.
Okay.
Um,
While you're planning that, Cecilia, you're basically going exactly at the same time. So
Yeah, but I have bad options. I wouldn't actually know if she's going to grab Stong first.
all right. So while you're figuring this out, I'm going to cut away to Briar House real fast.
Okay.
So at Briar House, you Sturge, you awake with a start,
Oh,
and you're covered with some kind of like flaky gray substance of some kind.
I had the worst dream about being a chimney sweep.
Jiminy.
Rogar is right there as well.
Did we do it? Do we have it?
Rogar says something, and it sounds like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but then you're clear up, you wake up fully, and he says, "Aye, we've got it. We've got the chalice.
We
But
did it.
It all seems connected somehow to the ritual. It's got this. Well, you can see there's a stream of darkness, right, shooting out of the chalice right through the wall.
Yes,
Right.
indeed. There is a stream of darkness. Let me just.
Let me just move these
Draw
vampire
some-
nightmares out.
Oh, sorry.
Pay no attention to the vampires.
All right, all right.
I have nothing up my sleeve.
What just happened?
Oh,
Did I
don't worry
miss
about it,
something?
Steven. Oh, don't worry about it.
I'm
Was Sturge dreaming of racy bods?
no. He
Whoops.
said. Oh my. Okay.
This is a stream of darkness coming through here. Connected to the chalice, which is currently lying on the floor right there.
Got it. Okay.
Oh man, we had the graphic for the chalice. Let's see if I still have that.
Okay,
Anyway.
well, that's better than I feared. I thought like the darkness had swallowed such. This is good. All right, so there's a chalice in between on the floor with a streamer of darkness through the wall, which
Rogar.
yes.
I the last time I saw this chalice,
Aye.
the last time I saw this chalice, I just had an idea.
And it is
Can you
at that
sum-
moment that you hear
Finish his sentence.
knocking at the door. Like
Can you
pounding,
summon?
like pounding on the door.
Can you summon Vindicator?
Oh,
Try it.
Aye.
Yes.
so I think we're probably going to ignore the pounding on the door unless it's the irregulars, come to help.
Oh, could you scare away our guests, please?
Well, okay. So are we saying it's my turn?
No,
I think
Okay.
it is not your turn.
Okay.
But it is Artemisia's turn. Have you figured out the telekinesis thing yet?
I mean, so the rules are unclear, but we don't need to get bogged down into like a close reading of the rules. So I'll say 60 feet, even though I think that she could probably go higher because it's herself rather
Yeah.
than something else.
60 feet is plenty high enough
Okay.
to get over the column of darkness. It's essentially like up to 10 feet in the air.
Okay, so she is going to go over top of it and then down to Sarshan and grab him to pull him through a dimension door.
Okay. So you go down there, you grab Sarshan, and you start casting your spell. And
I smell a counter spell.
Yeah, the Duke of Whispers counters your spell.
Oh, should I counterspell his counterspell? I think I should counterspell his counterspell.
Yeah.
I hate using my pass locks on this. I have one left. So I'm going to try counterspelling his counterspell.
Do it. Yeah.
Get on the
Okay.
train.
You'll feel so good.
If
see
it were a smaller, if it were not getting Sarshan out of the middle of danger, I think Cecilia would be like, we're soaking this one. But this is like a very important aspect of this fight for her.
What level of spell is your counterspell? 5, right?
5.
Okay, yeah. You successfully counter his spell,
I have, I'm sure, made him extremely pissed.
which means the dimension door happens okay, and you can teleport up to, what is that, 100 feet, 400 feet? Something like that.
Like
Long-
some
long distance.
ridiculously long distance. She's not going to go that far anyway.
Where are you going to teleport?
She is gonna sort of take them back from the fight. So I was thinking like here. I can't move him, but
Nice.
All right, you have teleported yourselves slightly away. And he says to you, in kind of a panicky voice, he says, "This is it. This is the moment. This is it."
Ooh.
And he looks like really manic, like really giddy, like, "Ha
Oh, like good, like happy, giddy, like.
sure."
Okay.
well, I mean, Artemis is a little confused by the whole situation, but I think she knows enough to be like, yeah, but you gotta stay alive for this one to take.
Aww. Don't worry, I'm not going to die. I've lived several times. I'm not going to die this time. We're going to win this time. Okay, Cecilia, unless Artemis, you're going to do something else. No?
Nope.
Okay, so at this point, is the Night King hanging on Stong?
Yes.
Okay.
His teeth are like in my neck. His mouth is like just right over here. He's like talking shit to me like an inch away from here.
I really wish I had Dimension Door, but I don't. So, let's see. I think what Cecilia is going to do is drop down and hit the Night King with her axe,
Oh, amazing.
Sweet.
and hopefully hit, and then hopefully smite the heck out of him.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is a 21. Just aim the axe at his teeth.
Break his
Because then
teeth.
if you shatter them, he
His
can't
teeth
bite
are
anyone else.
in Stong right now, though, so I'd have to go through Stong to get to the teeth.
He does not give you the
Wait,
nod.
I don't think
Oh no, he definitely gives you the nod.
the nod to cut your head off.
No, because
I mean, I have a point.
mechanically, he has basically
Here.
Yo.
he has an inborn death ward.
I'm
So-
sorry. Once
Okay.
again, if I chop his head off and Eric says no, but you're still alive, I will be very upset, and we'll have a whole thing.
You do hit him. Yes.
Bailiff is there. Should we bring him
Okay.
back as a zombie
Nice.
stall?
I'm gonna aim for his teeth by aiming for the back of his head. Did I hit the back of his head? Probably not. Okay, so the way that works, I do the regular damage, and then I do the smite. Okay, then it does. Stop opening things. Sorry. So that does an additional 68 damage.
Wow.
Did you say
Cost me a whole-
6d8 or 68?
6d8. Just
That's
to
a lot.
clarify.
Go ahead.
It is a beefy one.
Nice.
I was considering whether he should have cast shield or not. Apparently he should have. Anyway,
So that's 22 in addition to
so a total of
the
35.
13. Yeah, and then I get to hit him again.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's a two strike, which I have to admit, if I'm swinging into towards the back of his head, I couldn't have done that because then what's the second strike? Because I feel like my axe would be stuck. But anyway, that's Erin and her realism problems. A 27.
Is
Yeah, that
it-
also hits.
Okay, so that is just
Nice.
regular. 15. And my
Time
hope
for
is that he's
skill
gonna let go of Stong. I can say, Stong, get out of here!
He does not let go of Stong.
God dang it! Well, on the bright side, he can't hit me.
Are you
But on the
not
bad
like-
side, I can't blast him with my armor. But
Are you done with your turn, Cecilia?
yes, I believe I am.
Okay. He is gonna make a bite attack on Stong.
Oh my god, why am I the tastiest juice box?
Also,
Oh.
just mention.
God,
Oh no!
bring it on.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
So
Okay.
Yo, Steven, man.
One- You
Steven.
have one hit point left.
no, he has
Steven.
two hit points.
No.
Just, hold on. We know how this
Steven
is
on my
gonna
moment.
go. We know how this is gonna go. But here we go. I'm just gonna roll the damage. Figure this out. So that's 16 and a further 41.
Oh man.
So he does 57 damage to you,
Good lord.
Seven.
lowering your maximum hit points by 41.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, 41. Let me think about that.
Is
Okay.
Stong still alive?
Stong is still alive.
Born with a death.
Stong is still alive, and I'll tell you why. Well, he'll tell you why. Go ahead, Yang Yang, take it away.
So you see like Stong's body just shriveling, like his skin is becoming like a loose, empty bag for a moment.
No.
But he like grits his teeth and just like gives out a mighty roar, and he manages to stay conscious because of his half-orc relentless endurance feature.
That's
You
right.
hear the drums of the ancient orcs in the pulse, the faint pulse of your blood.
Yeah, I hear a little, and I see like Mirabelle's little face like amongst the orc ancestors.
Stay away from the light, Daddy.
That is like the best usage of relentless endurance I could possibly ask for, but I'm not too hot about having 36 max health, and I have to make another con save. Against what is the DC now? 40. That was 41 damage.
He did 57 damage to you. So your DC would be 28.
28. I actually
got
cannot roll
this.
that. I
You
cannot.
got this.
He can only, a 20 on a
20.
saving throw, is that an automatic success? I guess so.
It's academic because you rolled a 13.
I think your wall of
Yeah,
force
yeah.
is dropping
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I have one more
for
inspiration,
understandable
but
reasons.
I might have to save it for something else. Okay. So yeah, Stong's concentration does go, and wall of force drop.
Okay. I mean, yeah. It was funny, one of the first times I played a spellcaster that used concentration, I played a paladin and a dragon breathed on him for like 52 damage immediately after I had cast a concentration spell, and I was like, well, this mechanic sucks. All right.
36 max HP.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I'm level 3 again.
I wish I could split Rogar in half.
It's like you're a wizard. Yeah.
Stong looks at Caliph. I understand how you feel now.
The Count of Coins smells the blood all over the place. Like Stong turned into a fountain of blood. Most of it going into the Night King's mouth, but some of it just all over his face, all over his body, just all over. Count of Coins, he's a little bit nuts. He is drawn to that like a moth to a buzzer that will kill him. Anyway, he is going to leap up and he bounds off this column over the black tendril. And then he is going to continue moving and he just drops down here. He's so distracted by all that blood
Good question.
He's,
Count of Coins a vampire too?
yes, he's a
And the
halfling.
Duchess of Venom?
Anybody
Yes.
with a title is a vampire.
Those are both vampires. And he is going to attempt to grab onto Stong. He did use up a lot of his actions to get over there, though. So.
Would you put a would you mind putting a little doohickey label on each of those vampires so we can distinguish them? Like a little,
Sure.
that'd be great. Like a big L, like a big, just a L.
Okay, well, on the list of things that might happen, that one will not. That is not on that list. All right. Come on, roll 20.
The Night King's the type to share his meals. I mean, not everyone likes people just coming over and starting eating on their food.
Right. Okay, so he got an 11. Hold on. I don't think he actually grabbed on the song. I think he didn't roll quite high enough.
So hungry.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so on the one hand, vampires really love blooded stuff, but he's also just a little bit slippery. I mean, there's a huge amount of blood on him, right? Anyway. It's actually a 20 to hit. Does that hit?
It does.
Okay, he jumps up on top of Stong, and as though he is going to start lapping up some of that blood.
Question: if he jumps from there, do I get an attack of opportunity because he's moving from the corner next to me out of my range?
Unfortunately, he is a rogue and had disengaged.
Okay, fine.
So,
Try to keep an eye out for him.
yeah, no, it's totally
You're
reasonable.
making me play with maps. I'm gonna use them.
Yep, okay. So, on that note, shifting back over to Briarhouse for a second.
So we didn't have a chance to do an action while in that last Briarhouse moment.
It hasn't
No.
been your turn yet.
Okay.
That was just setting the stage for Briarhouse being a thing that was happening.
Okay.
So now, you hear this banging on the door, and then you hear the door burst open, and you see a
Damage to my
ghost.
house.
You see Bo's ghost come floating through the opening to the living room, and he says, "You said I should invite our guests in," which is right before two vampires come rushing through him and come running toward you. One of them is going to attack Rogar.
You do initiative, or they just
Oh,
get
they have
surprise or
initiative.
whatever.
You have initiative. We're still going in initiative from last time.
okay?
17 to hit. I don't think that hits.
I don't see my myself on the turn order.
Yeah, I think you were 21 and I was 18, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know why you're
So-
not showing up here. Hold on, let me see if I
Wait.
can fix this.
I'm confused. It seems like we ought to be going first.
We started in the middle
We
of the
started
initiative.
in the middle of the round.
So we stopped while we were at 14. So this is finishing the round that started last time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. And Rogar, you had some really high initiative, as I recall. 20.
18.
It was 18. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll put you on there, and I'll put 18. There are a lot of people on the initiative order. So. Okay. So yeah, this vampire comes scrabbling at you. I don't think the 17 hit Rogar. And, I don't think the 8 hits Rogar either.
No.
This other one comes right here and tries to grab for the chalice.
Oh no, you don't, you wee bastard.
Does pick up the chalice, and then he is going to slash his claws at Sturge. 12 does not hit, I'm sure. Oh, 25 might hit though.
That hits.
Okay. He
yes.
inflicts 8 slashing damage to you.
I'll use cunning action to reduce that.
Oh, okay, sure.
Or what's it called? It's called cunning evasion or cunning something. Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge.
That's the one.
Okay.
Hmm?
All right. Let's see. So they're on 11 and 10. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put your turns next to them so you can go at this point, because shifting back and forth is a little bit awkward. So let me just.
Hey Eric, so that vampire that leapt on Stong before you cut away, did he do damage?
No, he just grabbed you.
Oh,
This is your new hat.
I see.
Yeah, essentially.
Or my new target. I'm not entirely sure what the smart thing to do is. I'm kind of hoping Caliph comes in with like an army of zombies.
Well, I'm just like, I don't know. Why did he bite
That
me?
is possible.
Because, you know, now I'm a little offended. Am I not the tastiest juice
Have
box?
you never been so hungry that like making food feels overwhelming and you just don't even know what to do? That's how hungry he is, I think.
Oh, he was just surprised at the fact he got
His
me.
blood sugar is low.
He was
Okay.
unable to make another attack. He could only do the one
Oh, I see. I see.
natural attack. Because he doesn't have multi-attack with his claws.
He's like, I'm too hungry to chew.
All right.
Squirt the blood in my mouth.
Sturge, your turn. So you are next to a vampire who has picked up the chalice.
Sturge is going to. He's gonna say, Vindicator, if ever there's a time, this is the time. I may not be worthy, but this cause is worthy. Do you hear me?
You
And
are
he's
going to
gonna-
try and summon Vindicator?
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
Yep. And it's on Vindicator if he doesn't show up.
Sure.
Maybe it'll be like a jar lid. You'll like loosen it, and then Rogar will just like go easily.
Like, these are my options.
Make a charisma checks.
I very much enjoy.
Oh, Sturge, you got inspiration.
If you manage to summon
Wow, thank
Vindicator,
you.
I very much enjoy like the ramifications of Sturge needing to now carry an item that requires him to be just and honorable. It's not like you're not, but it's not how you front.
Looks like I got a 20.
Oh, whoa. So 23 total? Is that what that roll was?
It's a natural 20 plus 3.
Nice.
Thank you, whoever gave me that inspiration.
That was Umbra.
This is
Okay.
fascinating.
So you channel all of your force of will to draw this sword that is anathema to your nature, to you.
It might hurt, but that's okay.
And the vampires are looking at you like, what? Eh? And Rogar is like, and at that point, the building shakes a little bit, and something comes crashing through the wall.
Why?
Urge.
It is not Vindicator, it is an earth elemental.
Interesting. Oh.
Oh.
Is it a familiar looking earth elemental?
Yes.
Well,
Is it Kool-Aid?
pops off one guess on the silver-haired cloaked person.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Ah.
It smashes
Oh, yeah.
at one of the vampires.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that's gonna hit one of the vampires. Yep. Okay. smashes the vampire that's next to Rogar and bellows something in Earth Elemental language. I suspect none of you speak.
Nope.
Terran?
Well,
Primordial.
Sturge understands it, but he can't speak it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. You know, I watched some soap operas when I was visiting the Earth Elemental Kingdom and kind of picked up on things.
I dated an Earth Elemental once for a summer while I was studying
Yeah,
abroad.
yeah.
Picked up a little bit.
It was a really tough relationship. Anyway,
So if he
It
didn't
was
manage
rocky,
to
really rocky
summon
relationship.
Rocky, yeah.
Vindicator,
no, you did not manage to summon.
does he get to do
Vindicator.
something different? Since you're not
I
going to
will
entertain
just
this.
I will just have that consume a bonus action on your part. You can still take an action. Scourge.
Well, a strength struggle with the so the way to get a chalice out of the hand of an opponent is to grab it and do a strength check against them.
Can you not do
Basically.
like a magic trick sleight of hand thing? Like what's over there? Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Can
And
I
then he's
do
holding
that?
a Coke bottle?
Yeah, exactly. Can I do that? Or I mean, if that was a sleight
Are
of
you
hand,
sure you want to touch that thing with your bare skin?
I've got the mage hand. But I'm asking if I want
Yeah,
to get
you can
chalice.
you can try and pickpocket the vampire and get the chalice. Sure.
Okay, well that's better than other options.
And since you're an arcane trickster, you can do it with your mage hand.
Okay.
See, audience, arcane tricksters are great.
Yeah.
Not that any of you didn't.
I was
think
going to
so
say, I don't
already.
feel like anybody made an argument to the contrary. This has been very
not like it's
helpful at
arranged.
times. Been very entertaining overall.
24.
Oh, what? Dang.
All right. You're like, hey,
Nice.
what's that? And the vampire.
Hey,
Look
Hey,
at this
Raiders!
distraction.
Okay, but I want to leave something in his hand. So
Okay.
he's still got something in his hand.
No, Sturge.
A vial of holy water.
Uh,
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
yes, if I don't happen to have one handy, but
Did Rogar? Could you have pickpocketed Rogar at the same time? That'd be right.
Well, all right.
Wow.
Since the Raiders just appeared,
Yeah.
you would have got advantage on that roll, meaning that you got a 30 on your sleight
Oh,
of
yeah.
hand check. Thanks,
Yeah.
Raiders. You gave me.
thank you,
30.
Raiders.
Wow. So yeah, if you want to pickpocket something valuable from Rogar and give it to that vampire,
So what? I mean, a vial of holy water would be hilarious, or a holy symbol. Does he have any
Take his
extra?
holy symbol.
No, like does he have any
Get it
extra
back
holy
after.
symbols on him?
the thing that is most obvious
Yeah.
is that sun amulet that he is wearing around his neck.
I'm not gonna take something like that. That's like a magic item, isn't it? Isn't it?
Put it back afterwards, right?
Well, okay. What is the sun? Do I know it's a magical item? It's gotta be. I can't take that from him.
Well,
I'm-
you do know that it is vaguely magical, and he got it specifically to kill vampires with.
Well, okay. I mean, right, just out of game here for a second. Those are the kind of things that like protect a person or allow that person to do something cool with it. But if I give it to the vampire, it's like handing them a gun. It's not like pulling. It's like handing them a grenade without pulling the pin, right? It's not.
I feel like the handing them the grenade with the pin pulled is the holy water vial with the lid off.
Yeah. I can't. I don't know what I
I
couldn't.
mean, I said you got a 30, and I pointed you toward this object. I'm not sure how much clearer I can be, but you know, you do what you
Okay.
want.
Okay, I guess that's what I'll do then. I will put the amulet in its hand, and I'm going to use. Do I have any kind of action left?
No.
Okay, because I used a bonus action.
Well, you can move.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is move. And I have Long Strider going, so I'm going to do all 40 feet. And I'm going to say, every dwarf for himself! And
Okay, well, as soon as you put the amulet in the vampire's hand, it immediately starts burning the vampire,
Nice.
who shrieks in terror and pain at this unexpected, horrific thing happening to it.
yes, I get to there. Okay,
Okay, and then as you are running away, it will attempt an opportunity attack on you. Does a 20 hit you?
not with a shield spell, no.
Okay, so you cast shield. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
And so I've got this freaking chalice again. And freaking Vindicator apparently is too good to come and help when the freaking city's about to go under. Okay, Vindicator,
You know,
do.
not just anyone can summon Vindicator. I mean,
That's why one rolls a 20 in order to like convince Vindicator. But that's okay. Vindicator has its own agenda. I'm sure it's just waiting for the right moment.
yeah.
I don't feel like you're.
I
don't feel like you're arguing. I think you're arguing your suitability to wield Vindicator particularly well right now.
Let's see.
Sturge is
5,
frankly
10,
offended.
15, 20,
Sturge is
25,
offended.
30.
I mean, you're the defender of people against bullies and the downtrodden and stuff.
This is the see. Listen,
You're already a
when
lurker
this is
of the
over,
rooftops of Westgate.
if you need someone to represent you, the semi-sentient magic items, I am willing to offer representation because I think the thing is you're leading with the wrong aspects. It's not that you're too good.
Oh, I should have mentioned.
Cecilia, marketing and image consultant. I love it.
Right. I should have led with the most obvious thing, which is I'm from Divine Heritage. You're from Divine Heritage. Why can't we just have that in common and work together?
Okay.
Rogar,
so
you
the-
got inspiration from Smirker.
Helm is from Divine Heritage. Lolth is from Divine Heritage. Why can't they just what?
Oh, you got
Chalice.
inspiration from
Yeah.
Smirker?
Oh, thank you, Smirker.
The chalice has started to float down the hallway after Sturge.
Okay.
Remember, it
In
can
your-
only
in
move
your
30
hand.
feet in your mage hand.
I thought it was actually part of me, this hand.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm staying with it. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Okay. All right,
Great.
Rogar.
Rogar.
It is your turn. You may do a thing.
I'll do a thing. All right, so I guess I too would like to summon Vindicator. I almost said vinegar. I'd like to summon some vinegar, toss it on the and pickle them because
Water.
pickling. Anyway, so I would also like to, but if I can use that as a bonus action as Sturge, then I'd probably cast a Flame Strike, but as my action.
You can attempt to summon it as a bonus action, yes.
Okay. Okay. I saw Surge try that, and I say, okay, I feel like I have fulfilled my mission and my responsibility to the dwarves. I found the cure for the bleakness. Ret meant something to me. Shadowbane entrusted me with the sword. I think that I could be a good representative of justice in Westgate. And while there was mercy, I think it was Ret was mercy, and Valen was like vengeance. I could be the Shadowbane of like compassionate justice and restorative justice, and represent. That's what I think Westgate needs right now as it's rebuilding. So if you will come to me, I will wield you in good faith.
I'm so proud. That's what I was going for. All right,
Oh, okay.
make your check, buddy.
All right. What do I check?
It's a charisma check.
Charisma check.
All right. Oh, okay.
Check, not a save.
Yep.
Check.
Okay. I'll use my inspiration.
You feel very compassionate.
Yeah.
You're just
Come on.
nervous. You're just nervous.
Yeah.
Just imagine the sword in its underwear.
Come on. Well, 20
Oh,
we
nice.
got. A
Much
dirty
better.
20, but a 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Sure enough, Vindicator does appear in your hand.
All right, so I just want to point out when Sturge tries, a big pile of dirt shows up. When Rogar tries, a gleaming sword shows up. How can he not take this personally? How can Sturge?
Lean into it.
Oh
I am
no.
the dirt summoner. I summon dirt balls.
Yeah, on the bright side, now you can always summon dirt balls. Just remember this for the future.
Dirt balls that punch.
Oh no,
Did
it's a
you
bittersweet
know-
moment. I don't want to make Sturge feel bad by summoning.
No, come on, I'm just playing.
This
You
is just
know
how he
that the-
becomes your arch nemesis. It's just an origin story. It's not. It's fine.
This is my supervillain origin story.
This is his Lex Luthor moment. Okay.
You're like, I tried to care about making the city a safer, better place, and I got dirt.
So
now-
one time. Like one time I was like, I'm gonna try and care
You
about
know
the
what?
city.
Be fair. We do a lot for this city.
No. You, the group, yes.
I'm gonna turn the city to dirt now.
Sturge, your words have moved the viewers, and they redeem one of your caster slots.
Lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, viewers.
I'm just
Rico
gonna
gave you a
casually
slot back.
point out I'm out of slots.
Thank you.
Viewers,
People were like, "Oh, I wanted to do that." Just
Viewers-
saying.
viewers, I see you trying to turn this into an evil campaign. I see that. I do.
We've already done that.
Did you know the most oppressed VC is the arcane trickster? Okay. Let's go. All right.
Right,
So
so,
Rogar, what are you doing on your turn?
I was gonna cast Flame Strike.
Okay.
Although, actually, they don't have the chalice anymore. So I guess I could try. Okay.
Cecilia,
I was gonna
works.
try Flame Strike. I'm still
Smirker
gonna
gave you a
try.
slot back.
I was gonna say I
Your
could
word
turn
for
on
my
dead,
stream
but
is speaking.
that's because I don't need to worry about them fleeing now that they don't have the chalice. But
So
I
what
kind
are
of
you gonna do?
Okay, I'm feeling pretty righteous, and I just spoke about compassion. So I'll do turn undead. I'll try to turn undead these bastards and make them just run away.
You raise Vindicator toward them and use that as part of your turning attempt?
Aye, is it all like silver flamey?
It is.
Oh,
Well, actually, the flames that are emerging from it are tinged with gold.
oh. All right.
And you have your DC for their saves for turning is increased by 2.
Oh, so it's 18.
Yeah. And it's a, what, charisma save? Wisdom save?
Excellent question.
Oh
Let's
my
just
God.
check. I apologize.
Well, in the meantime, Mystica
It is wisdom
also
save.
gave Cecilia another slot, so your request worked. Aaron, the viewers love you.
Army's like, you shouldn't reward me for being like this, but thank you. Now I can mess up some vampires.
Oh my God, they both failed because it was increased.
Oh, nice.
How can you not be happy?
All right.
Your sword is doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah,
I
no,
painfully jerked my headphone out of my ear. I was so excited.
you see that I'm smiling, right?
It's
Not a
the
crit.
pain. It's the
Oh,
feel
no.
of pain. I'm just saying.
Look, I will talk about the absolute delight and horror of the DM who every plan is coming together, but that means the PCs are doing well. So I'll talk about that in some other hangout. Anyway, okay, so
You should learn
Back-
to love us. It's just easier.
back to the I do love you. Back to the temple.
But wait, what happens to the vampires? Do they
Oh
just...
well, they're gonna start running, but they're gonna do
Oh.
that on their turn.
Okay, I wanted to
Yes!
see if they just turned to dust. I was hoping they turned to dust, but running's good too.
How strong and undead can you turn to dust?
Oh, I think Ciara, like a 1/2 at this point. Oh, maybe a 1, Ciara, but I think it's 1/2.
All right, yeah, they're
I'll double
Thanks,
check on the.
Smirker.
I'll double check on the break, but I doubt I turned them to dust.
their hit die are a little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
In fact, their CR is too high for you to ever turn them to dust with just
Okay, that's
burning.
fair. Yeah, that's totally fair.
The best you can do is CR4 at like 16th level. So I think at your level
Simply
it's
the
CR2 or
best.
3. All right.
All right.
So anyway, all right. So now we have Night Mask Assassins. These are actually living Night Masks, and this one comes running up towards Cecilia. Yep.
Yoke.
18 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Okay. It does 5 piercing damage along with 22 poison damage.
I still have the otherworldly guys, so I do not take the poison damage.
Good for you.
And since he's hitting me in melee, the armor goes off and does 25 cold damage to him.
Oh,
Nice.
oh,
Nice.
bad day for the assassin.
Oh, man.
Listen, you made a choice.
I wanted to take so much cold damage over the weekend when it was like over 100 degrees.
That's true. That it's so nice.
Hit me with your cold damage. All right.
It'll come off.
The assassin, without really thinking about it, stabs at you again.
Gidok.
AC
Good
23.
learn.
That hits.
5 points of piercing damage.
Believe that does it again.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, if it hits me with a melee attack.
So the assassin's like, and ice starts spreading up his arm, and then he's like, huh? And now it's spreading across the rest of his body up onto his face, and he looks nearly frozen solid.
Mhm.
Give him the
So-
disadvantage. What was the damage on the second one? It didn't. I
5.
somehow didn't make it work.
5.
Okay.
So a total of
There we go.
10 between the
Okay.
2 attacks.
Got
All right. The other assassins do get to act as well. This one saw the real, frankly terrible thing that just happened to his friend, and I think is going to rush over and try and get at Artemisia and Sarshan. Can he get quite that far? I don't think so. No. Okay. This assassin still has the crossbow out. So, what he's gonna do, he's gonna move away from Stong. Stong, do you take a opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
You're just trying to live your best life. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
It's gonna be 13 damage.
Okay. Okay, so the assassin curses as Stong's sword scrapes along his arm. And then he looses a crossbow quarrel at Artemisia. Sarshan is going to attempt to block it with his vambraces. So
Where is
that gives the
Artemisia?
assassin
Down
I'm
south.
disadvantage.
Down, yeah, down quite a ways.
All right, so the assassin got 17 to hit. Does that hit? Awesome. Would an
'Cause
18 have
she's
hit you?
doing shield. So
Oh, okay. Cool. Sarshan looks over at you, Giddy, and says, I should know better than to feel like I need to defend you.
at least
You've
until
got
our
this.
shield slots are.
You've all got this. Oh, wait, look out! And then there's an assassin coming at you out of the shadows behind you. 14 and 22. Does 22 hit you?
Yes,
Okay.
that just hits.
So that is going to be 7 piercing damage and 30 poison damage.
Ouch.
Oh, actually, you can make a Constitution saving throw
Okay.
because you might take less if you make a successful save. I just told Cecilia what the damage was because I knew Cecilia was immune to it, so I just wanted her to know how much damage she was soaking.
It's nice. I appreciate knowing that my spell is effective. Thank you.
Your
18?
spell, your combination of spells has been very effective so far.
This is the most use I've
18.
gotten out of this so far. I'm
All right.
excited.
So you only took 15 poison damage. So a total of 22.
Okay.
All right. Okay, other assassins. Let's see. So this assassin is going to fire a quarrel at the strange elf lady who appeared out of the darkness. Should be Caliph.
Where is she? The strange elf lady?
Aleph is in the middle of the black circle.
In the middle of the
But
black
you're
circle.
currently floating in this thing, which is
What? How could she do that? Isn't that like
15
guys know it?
AC.
Do you remember
How
what she was
indeed.
into when she left? I think she got way into it.
15 AC.
that does not hit.
Okay. All right.
so she's like not consumed by this vortex of darkness?
Doesn't look like it.
Wow.
Should I
Okay.
have been consumed?
Maybe.
You're fine.
We've been avoiding the black part really hard.
It ate a night mask.
Yeah,
think
but
that's-
did it eat you? Did you try it yet?
I think
No.
that's
Dude.
I think that's all the assassins that are on the field right now. So,
I don't like the way you said that.
Yeah.
well, you are fighting, their leader. All right, Sarshan is going to step over here. Well, okay, for a moment, Sarshan looks torn. Like he's looking at Artemisia, who is handling herself pretty well. And then he looks up at Cecilia, who is also handling herself pretty well. But Cecilia is right next to the Night King. So it could turn bad.
Just gonna run all the way back and do Artemisia's work.
I mean, no, he is going to attack this assassin who is next to Artemisia, hoping to free her up for blasting. So he swings his sword. And does not hit. I'll use one of those inspirations for him. I'm so nice. Yep, okay, that time he hits. So he inflicts just a good amount of damage. Let's see. All right. He shouts, "How dare you!" Hits the Night Mask. And he's going to take a second attack. Hit again. "How dare you!" And just chops the Night Mask down.
Nice.
So that Night Mask is now dead.
There are corpses around now.
Collapses in a certain amount of blood. Okay. So let's see.
Scrivener decided to inform me that my deadline has passed, even though I didn't ask it.
Oh, I think I was I was using the wrong mini as the count of coins, so I'm just going to change them up here.
Attention to detail.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide what I should do.
Okay.
Let's drop a sickening radiance.
All right.
Misty step out. Say, "Stone, I hope you can get out."
Good luck.
Okay. It is now the hooded figure's turn. So, I am going to make a charisma saving throw for this person.
So it's a person.
It is a person. That is not sufficient. So they are still going to act. Go. Okay. They disappear into the shadows by the altar.
Pretty Shay-like.
I like how you're all,
It is the third cousin.
And let's see. What's the weak point here?
I'm hoping it's a column that we can knock down.
I'm hoping you're talking about the weak point of the Night King.
Does he have a is he got like an Achilles tendon situation going on that we need to know about?
The back of
Cut off his
boot,
hair, he loses all his strength.
the back of his boot is missing. It's just this wide open.
Okay. And okay, the figure appears. I know you've all been waiting for this moment, and it's Shay.
Oh no!
Ah,
I think Aaron called. Was you the one that called it?
That was
Aaron?
my guess.
Yeah.
It was a
Yes.
slight figure.
And Shay is going to cast a spell. Pause for a second. Pause for a second. Nope. Okay. I'm going to need this assassin, Cecilia, the Night King, Stong, and the Count of Coins all to make dexterity saves, please.
Boo!
Dex save.
Hate those.
Mhm.
15.
Okay.
12. Ooh, I wonder if I should burn that inspiration now.
Maybe.
You do
Um,
only have the one hit point.
Can I roll an Arcana to try to figure out, like,
What spell
about
she's
it.
casting?
Yeah.
Yes.
ooh, okay, I'm just gonna burn
No
it.
idea.
Actually, I have counterspell. Can I?
Do
Can
you
I
want
Artemisia?
to? Do you want to counter it or figure out what spell it is?
Yes.
Make an Arcana check to figure out what spell it is. Or in this case, since it's a clerical spell, it would be a religion check.
Oh, boo.
A little bit harder. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Been paying attention in temple.
18.
18.
Okay, you
She-
were paying attention.
She is casting fairy fire, in fact.
Hmm.
I said I was gonna burn it before, and it's not letting me know that. But are you gonna react, I guess? Are you gonna counter it?
I mean, so fairy fire, it lights them up, but it also does damage, does it not?
Does not
Gives
do
them
damage.
advantage on us. Anybody attacking gets advantage.
I mean, I feel like it could be. I want to
I'm gonna
counterspell
save
something.
it. At the end of the day, that's really the determining factor. Does it feel cool and exciting? Freaking do it!
Okay, you counterspelled it. She looks over at you, and Artemisia, and for a moment, you think that she looks grateful.
Oh,
All right. And the Night King shouts, "What are you doing, you fool? Kill that one!" And Shay sighs, pulls out her sword, and points it at Artemisia.
interesting.
All right. The vampires concentrating on the ritual are still concentrating on the ritual. They seem to be kind of like maybe levering it under control somewhat. It's hard to say. All right, Caliph.
Caleb is actively disoriented. She just jumped through a portal. She did not expect to be here.
She was doing something else before she arrived.
She was running from commitment.
Aiden commitment?
What?
Oh.
Aiden commitment?
Oh, is Aiden gonna come back? That's another question. All right. Anyway.
Aiden is always with me. He's near and dear to my heart.
Hmm.
Oh, you did necromancy stuff with your boyfriend.
He's like one log.
Did you do a necromancy?
Are those new boots, Caliph?
Oh my God.
Well, she said heart, so he's got to be like a medallion or a longer.
God, that's him.
Is that a new shirt, Caliph? Okay.
Oh, man.
That's a level of commitment that I would probably freak Cecilia right the heck out.
Anyway, Caliph, what are you gonna do?
Also, what do you look like?
Now you gotta tell people.
So, just for the record, Kayla still has hair, still has skin, still has wings, but without feathers.
Mm.
But she's flying, I think.
Are they
What?
bone or are they skinny? Like skin covered?
Like that membranous.
I'm sorry. That thought was like
If I
chicken wings.
recall correctly, they are just like the skeleton of the wing
Okay.
and nothing else. Correct?
You tell
They're
us.
your wings. I
Yeah,
think you get
wings,
to
yeah.
decide.
Okay, I don't remember if I told Eric if I told Eric already or not. So I'm just
Yeah, all right.
all right. Are you guys doing okay down? Are you guys doing okay?
No.
Dong is
Dong is
almost
not.
dead.
Stong gonna point at Caleth's wings and he's like, Caleth, you're balding.
Oh no.
How many dead bodies are there?
At this point, there
Uh,
are none. I don't think.
There's one dead assassin toward the southern end of the chamber.
Song is covered with blood.
Stong is
That's
covered
right.
with blood, but he is not actually dead.
Which is the dead
Very
body?
close, just real
The one with the
close.
X on it.
By Artemisia.
I don't see the one with. Oh, I see.
He's way down there.
Way
I
down
was
at
too
the bottom.
soon.
The other one that died got disintegrated.
And then is everyone who is attacking Stong a vampire?
Yeah.
Two in between Cecilia and Stong are vampires. Yes.
There's one on his back.
Oh, that's true. They're climbing on you. The Night King's got you in a grip, and the Count of Coins is trying to get a sip.
He's perched on you. Yeah, the Count of Coins is perched on you like a monkey on your back.
The old
Interesting.
grip and sip.
If I do hold person, will that like freeze him enough that you can get ripped off?
Old person.
Old person would stop him from continuing to grapple Stong. Yeah.
He's not a person.
Teacher, we didn't get any homework.
You do know as a necromancer that hold person does not affect undead creatures.
Okay, fine.
You're right. I do know that. So okay, I guess do I know anything about this blackness that does Caleb know anything about this darkness that she's in? Like, because apparently everyone's freaking out that she can stand in it and not be affected. And it's like,
Make an Arcana check.
I'm sorry, I made fun of you, Steven. Eric, you led into that very different.
25.
Nice.
25. That is summoning a huge amount of necromantic energy, which you believe might be from the negative energy plane itself. You're not entirely sure how you came through it, but it seems likely that when you attempted to go through the portal on your end, you kind of latched onto this connection and went through.
We needed you so much.
It is
It is your portal.
It's like someone was using the portal to the negative energy plane to create a gate through which they were summoning demons, and you happened to find that portal and the demon that was part of the way through it.
You sure he's the only part of the way through it? So the 4 dudes around it right now are the ones keeping it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we want to get rid of those if we can.
But they're all vampires.
Yes.
Let's shatter someone.
Shatter's
Yeah.
back.
Or
Well,
So there is this like circle of 3 people over here. None of them are our allies, right?
nope. We don't know those guys.
Cool. Let's shatter
Actually, one of them
them.
is the Duchess of Venom. I would love it if you shattered her. I'm still mad.
Let's do this. All right.
Also, she attacked Stong, so I'm extra mad. And did she also attack Sarshan?
Probably.
I think
Super
she
dead
did.
to me. Shatter
Yeah,
her.
she was over there by him, so.
She thought about it, even if she didn't do it.
So that's a Constitution save of 17.
Okay. Oh,
And I'm going to cast it at 5th level.
oh, sorry, wrong save. Nope. Again, does not work. And they all failed.
Sweet. Let's see, that is 68.
You did the same thing as me. I thought you said 68, like 6'8". 68 is great.
Yeah.
68 would also be great, but let's not get it wrong. But
37.
37.
Yeah.
Nice.
37 thunder damage.
Ooh, that would hurt.
what's the radius of that?
10 feet.
Does it happen to also hit one of those pillars? I'm just asking.
So, one of the vampire spellcaster that you hit, that's just concentrating on anything evaporates into dust.
Whoa!
Nice.
Whoa.
Nicely done, Kayla.
Had been hit before, so it's
Yeah,
not
Artemisia
like-
got him with the lightning, I think.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh. Oh, wait, no, I'll save
Yeah.
it.
The Duke of Whispers over there appears to have taken a lot of damage.
Whispers wouldn't like loud noises for sure.
Hey.
Does the necrotic energy that she's standing in feel like anything? Like
Feels cold, but also
It's just-
welcoming.
she could just stand here and just chill.
You think that if you stand there for a long time, it will eventually start harming you?
Like being in a very cold pool on an extraordinarily hot day.
Yeah.
Or
Like
at least
the-
that's how I'm thinking of it right now, because it's
Yeah.
being super hot.
It's like you understand intellectually that it's like being, it's the opposite of the frog in a pot problem, where it just slowly heats up and heats up and heats up, and by the time the frog realizes that it's too hot, it's boiling and the frog dies. Right? It's the opposite of that problem. Like it's cold, 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 cold.
That seems fine right now. I'll stay.
All right, it's fine. Okay.
Go get an apartment there.
So. Sorry. Stong, it is your turn.
Okay, so there's 2 vampires that are grappled onto Stong right now, correct?
Yes. Count of coins and the Night King. Ah,
Donkey Stomp.
And
Dong.
definitely one option, that would instantly break the grapples. But I'm gonna try something a little different. We'll see what happens. So could you describe for me this black pool in the middle one more time, just to make sure I understand it correctly? Is it
It
like
is-
a pool on the ground, or is it an orb in the sky?
it's a pool on the ground. So it's like a it's like a semi-sphere of darkness rising up. It's like a black bonfire.
You gonna run into that?
What? No.
I just thought you're gonna like drag them both with you. Like, I don't think I agree, but I also kind of think it sounds cool, so I don't know what to tell you to do.
I mean, we'll see. We'll just see what happens. So, I get 2 attacks. So I'm gonna try to shove each of the vampires off with a different attack. So the first shove is going to be on the count of coins. Is that what you
Okay.
said?
Yep.
It's on me. Okay.
It's perched on your back.
Oh, that's a crit.
Whoa!
35 athletics.
Wow.
Nice.
Bring
So
it.
he is going to attempt to do athletics back. You got a 17.
Okay, so he's gonna get 5 feet down. Let's go to the south of Cecilia. Let's go into the south of Cecilia.
Okay.
And now it's just me and the Night
Throw him
Kings.
off.
Second attack, also going to shove him 5 feet.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a 1, but I have 1 inspiration left, and I think I will use it for sure. Cannot. 30. Okay.
Yeah.
Need to be able to live.
Okay. Well, unless he rolls a natural 20, he cannot compete with that. Nope. Okay.
Okay, good.
So you managed to shove him.
He's gonna go 5 feet to the. I mean, I guess we could put him right here, to the north of Cecilia,
Okay.
and then. So those are both my action. That's my action.
Yep.
I move 5 feet to the south. Then I move 5 or 10 feet up to him, and I activate my charger feature, which uses my bonus action. And I'm gonna try to push him 10 feet away from me into this black puddle. And we're gonna see
Come on.
what I do to him, if anything.
Oh, will his
Okay.
own spell eat him?
Or will he get
'Cause-
super powered?
Yeah, we'll see.
no.
It'll
But
be
we'll
interesting.
find out. It's gonna be exciting.
24.
Somebody
24. Come on.
Super Pokemon.
Oh, hey, they gave me another inspiration. Thank you, chat. I'm definitely going to burn that
Nice.
inspiration. Let's try to get a better one. 33, let's go.
Yes, come on.
No!
Thank you, chat. Thank you, Stendhal.
I believe Cecilia's there. They're going like,
Shoo, shoo, shoo.
"What's up?" as it goes by.
All right. So you run up to him to shove him into the darkness, and he disappears into your shadow and vanishes.
Whoa!
I was gonna say it's like the woman who pushed the bear off her garden wall.
Yeah, that's
Goes
great.
up and she's pushed.
Oh,
Does he at least
yeah,
have
I
a look
love
of
that
terror
video.
in his eyes?
Oh
His
yeah!
strong barrels
As
towards
you
him.
come
Oh,
barreling,
man.
he sees himself next to the orb of darkness. Sees you come at him, and his face just lights with terror.
Oh, good.
And then he does his shadow escape, which is his reaction. And yeah,
Do we see where he shows up again,
let's see.
or does he
I'm trying
just
to
bail
remember.
out?
He used his reaction last round, but no. I don't
Did
remember him
not.
doing it.
He was thinking about doing shield to prevent Cecilia from doing a lot of damage to him, and he did not. So he does
Right.
have his
That's
reaction.
right.
Let's see. He does reappear. You do see where he reappears. He reappears near the altar. And he stands there, just totally horrified, terrified, and furious. Like he has not known fear like that in over a century.
Been a while since he's played push hands, huh? Okay. So he's up in the north. Okay.
All right.
So I guess after
Um,
Stong shoves the Night King, he sees Caliph again, and he's like,
It would be kind of funny if you staggered into the darkness, but
"Would that be funny?" I don't know if that's
it
a
would
word
be
I would
funny.
use.
It would
That
be
would
funny
be
for
a
me.
DM move from an era that has long passed. Put it back in your pocket.
Yeah, we're not near TSR here.
right,
Alright.
right.
So
15 feet of movement left. I'm just gonna move next to Cecilia. And enough
okay.
Good
Next to the
move.
count of coins.
Good
Cool.
turn.
All right.
We're standing next to the vampire that was riding you like a pony. Okay.
Okay.
like a pony.
The Night King, utterly infuriated.
Oh man.
It's his turn now.
You are the Count of Coins' unicorn. Song.
He says,
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's riding you like a Bruce.
like a Bruce, yeah.
"Die, all of you die!" And he casts a spell.
I don't want to counterspell anymore.
I'm
I think an Arcana check.
Go ahead.
15.
You cannot tell what spell he is casting.
I said die, so I feel like I should counterspell. I'll cast counterspell.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay.
No, not twice D&D Beyond, just once.
He's gonna counter your counter spell.
What?
You can counter his counter spell if you have your reaction.
That was
no,
my
that was
reaction,
your
wasn't it?
reaction. Darn, yeah.
Have I?
Oh.
So I already
used
used
yours.
mine. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
Artemisia is also too far away.
Kalith might be the only one. She has counter spell.
No, it does not have counterspell.
60
Oh.
feet, but
Right. I think that
then-
might be too far for.
no, I'm only 45 feet. But she already used it, so now we're getting into academics.
Right. I'm just gonna check.
I hate when I
Reroll
waste
it.
a counterspell. It makes me so frustrated.
Stalin's just gonna yell counter spell.
Timesies!
Yeah, I just want to contribute.
You know, like when you're playing dodgeball and you bluff that you have a ball and you go, oh, and you throw it and people, people flinch.
Wow.
Counter spell!
All right. So it's gonna be a 30. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Draw shape. Yeah. All right. It's gonna be a 30-foot. 30-foot cube. Oh, okay.
That doesn't sound promising.
No, not especially. And let's see. He's
Oh,
gonna.
interesting. It is over here, the west
No,
of the blackboard.
he's putting it
Oh.
over on you.
Oh, I
He's
see.
gonna go ahead and hit Shay with it too, because you know.
Why
And
not?
his, and his buddy over there, his expendable night mask assassin.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's
Demise.
fine with that.
Is it though?
What a douche.
He's really angry. He'll just go ahead and hit that other.
Yeah.
You sure he doesn't want to just go all the way and get that caster up there too?
Yeah, just like 5 feet up.
Yeah.
Go count a coin! Woo!
he could, but the spell doesn't actually do damage to undead creatures.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That bodes
So,
well.
I need everyone in that area of effect to make a con save.
So Shay won't be affected either, right?
Shay's not.
Love it.
Oh no.
You're gonna make me look it up, aren't you? Yeah. Okay.
If she's a
Okay.
Dampier, they are undead. They technically count as undead.
Yeah.
Rules as
Cool.
written, they are undead.
Cool.
There are two Fey creatures, the Centaur and the X-Blood, and that's the only other one undead.
Awesome.
Is there a Pegasus in this room somewhere?
Oh, I don't think it came back yet.
No.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. So I guess it's just Stong and Cecilia.
Doug asked if this is a healing spell.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Like, dang it, I forgot how living people work. This is good for them.
Okay. It is not. In fact, as the
eat all my
spell
armor.
takes hold, you suddenly feel extremely thirsty as the spell starts drawing the moisture out of your bodies.
Ooh, that's
Wait,
Thirsty
Is it
Thursday.
because it's fire by chance? Because I'm immune to that right now.
No, it's necrotic damage.
Dang it. I didn't.
Is
This
this
the other one. I
blight?
didn't pick that.
You each
this is
take
blight, isn't it?
you each take 61 necrotic damage.
Yikes.
Stong is down.
My armor is destroyed.
Yeah.
Stong starts thinking of racy-bods, and he gets real thirsty, and then he's down.
What's
That-
racy ball?
Oh, that's
It's
our
the code.
Code.
The randomly generated code for this week is OOPS-RACY-BODS.
Okay.
That, in point of fact, was
An infinite number of monkeys typing. And this is what
horrid
we-
wilting.
gross.
Yep.
Ooh.
The moisturizer.
We made kill with another dead body.
Yeah, that's
Moisturizer.
true.
She
and significantly hurt this other one.
Stong's not dead. right?
Down.
Not the dead body we're referring to.
Oh, interesting. How much damage did you say it did?
61.
Stong is dead. Because the overkill damage, so you instantly die. The remaining damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum. And so my hit point maximum right now is a 36. So that's 61 was a 60 over damage. So Stong falls to the ground, and you think for a second, like you see him like, twitching. He props himself up on one elbow, and he's like trying to get up. He's looking up at Cecilia, and you just see him like wasting away. And as he's fading away before your eyes, he reaches out to her, and he can barely muster the energy for like a toothy smile, and he will say to her, "Take care of Mirabelle," and then he passes on.
Okay.
Good end. It's a good end.
I guess.
Oh,
Man, did not think about what his death would be like.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, he basically withers into a skeleton and collapses onto the floor. Okay.
Shit got real.
You can still do
Yeah.
that. Sort of.
It's the Caleb can bring it back in a way.
no.
Well, Rogar doesn't Rogar have a spell that
Rogar's real far away.
I know.
Okay. It is the Duke of Whispers' turn, in fact. And what he is going to do Okay. Yeah, he starts casting a spell. Would you like to determine what spell he's casting?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. That was kind of emotional, so I'm there. Maybe this is actually a good spot for us to take a break.
That's a good idea. Okay, we'll take our break. Moment of silence for Stung, which is to say 10 minutes of silence for Stung. And discussion for the chat. Who's next?
Also, I immediately want to like retcon my last words. It's one of those things where like you say something and then you think of something else that's much better, like a second later. You're like, no!
Absolutely.
So instead, I think he wants to say to Cecilia, "Don't let her become evil." And that's it. Okay.
We are back from our break. So, when last we left,
Things
Stung
got too
had
real.
darkly and heroically died. And now the battle continues. Cecilia, you are looking down at the skeletonized body of your friend.
I think she is in shock. I think she is staring, and like it's like tunnel vision, right? Her best friend has just died in front of her.
And the Count of Coins, who is on the other side of the corpse, looking down and saying, "Aw, what a waste.
I should
All
get
that
an
blood.
opportunity attack
What
for
a
that.
waste."
For that shit right there. But
So you're thinking about hitting him with the axe, like
Yeah.
real hard, and then you hear that gravelly voice of the Duke of Whispers starting to cast a spell behind you. All of your hearing is like enhanced, like the world is just shrunk down and you are extremely focused, and you can hear the Duke casting a spell.
Who should be dead. I'm so angry at this man. I'm so angry at them because they are supposed to be dead.
Mhm.
But I already used my reaction, so I cannot counterspell them. Sorry.
Okay. And you hear distantly Sarshan's voice saying something you can't quite make out.
Did you say saying or seeing?
Saying something you
Saying,
can't
okay.
quite make out. And let's see. Oh, okay.
Can you kill Sarshan too?
No, the Duke of what? Well,
I mean-
maybe, but not right now. The Duke.
You
of
made him go through the disintegration arm, and I'm just saying.
The Duke of Whispers is casting Animate Dead, you realize?
Oh crap.
But then his spell fizzles, and you realize that Sarshan has countered his spell.
What's that been?
Because Sarshan is just barely within 60 feet.
Well,
Y'all
that's
see
good.
that? Jesus. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. That makes it Sturge's turn. So we're going to go to Briar House for a second. Sturge. These vampires are running away. Rogar, are you going to attack them, or are you just going to let them flee?
I was gonna let them flee. I was still gonna take my movement turn though, and like
And head
shake-
up to the
Head
hall?
up. I was gonna swoop up. I'm assuming that when he burst into flames, he dropped that sunburst amulet, or not. If he did, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he did drop it.
I'll take that pickup action, object action as I and run after Sturge 25 feet.
Okay. I'll just move you up there.
Thank you.
Okay.
And be like, Sturge, chalice.
You feel this just sudden emptiness in your gut, like something terrible has happened.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
Disturbance in the force.
I've got my glowing sword, and I'm like,
Like
I
at
feel
least
a
100
disturbance
voices suddenly
in the
cried out in horror, but they were silent because they were just in the chat. So it's just all in letters. I love you guys, I really do.
we need to
Sturge,
get back, Sturge. We need to get back as quick as we can.
Sturge sees these dudes running out the door.
Yeah. You do
Gonna
see
set-
them around the corner, yeah.
He's going to set the chalice on the ground, and he's going to look straight in Rogar's eyes, and he's going to say, "Strike the chalice with that sword. I've done it before with a lesser sword. That snobby ass sword will probably end this. Strike it. I did it before. I survived. You will end this." And then Sturge will step right around the corner,
Okay.
and he's going to peek. Say, "Do it, please. I beg you. I beg you."
Just all right. I will. I was just looking for if there was anything I could do to protect myself from potential backlash. All right. So, all right. I'll wait for Sturge to get safely out of the way, and I'll hold it, and I'll say, there will only be a Westgate to save if we do not stop this ritual, and the sword, and then I will raise it, and I will strike the chalice as hard as I can.
Make a charisma check, please.
You have that thing, that inspiration thing.
I don't know if I don't think I have inspiration at this point.
Give it a second. Give it a second.
Wait for the delay on to the stream. Yeah. Yeah. No. All right. I got a 7. So
Okay,
you know, I'm used to a hammer. This is a sword. I'm not quite used to the reach and the weight of stuff. So.
your resolve fails and you are unable to strike it.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I guess as my bonus action, just because I can.
Wait, Sturge hasn't used his action yet.
I mean, I
You're
guess
holding
that's
action?
true.
All right.
He's going to cast haste on Rogar, so he has 2 shots at it.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay, Rhaegar, the world suddenly slows down around you, or maybe you just accelerate.
You got this!
And I hear Sturge say, "You got this." And I say, "Okay," and I swing a sword a second time, and a 20. Yeah! Woo! All right. Oh.
The sword smashes into the goblet, and there is a burst of light and power that shakes the building. The walls start rattling and coming apart, and light projects in all different directions. One beam strikes Rogar directly. The sword is jarred out of your hands, and there's a flash of light. It's too bright to see anything. And when the light fades, well, we're gonna shift back to the temple.
No!
No! No!
Let him think about it. Let him think about it.
When the light fades, there are just little shards and pieces of the goblet. This has entirely vanished.
Yes! Oh, thank God.
Meanwhile, back in the
Thank
temple,
DM. All right.
I was going to refuse to take my turn until you said what happened.
just trolling my players a little bit. We're all writers. Like, you know, you get to a cliffhanger, we're like, no, we're just gonna keep going. Anyway, okay. As soon as that happens, the darkness starts to unravel and break apart. And anyway, the fire just explodes outward in all different directions, and it obviously goes completely out of those vampires' control. Fire springs forth and smashes into this vampire, who just disintegrates and disappears. Block out of the way. I did look up Dampier, and Dampier is technically only a humanoid, so Dampier still would have taken damage, because while they have a deathless nature, they are not technically undead. So she still did take some damage there. They are caught between life and undeath. Anyway, the Count of Coins looks at the darkness, goes, "Uh-oh." The Countess of Venom, the Duchess of Venom, it's actually her turn. And she says, "Come here, you fool! Get away from there! Get away! Brother, get away from there!" And then she starts fleeing and turns into mist as she goes.
Ah!
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's Cecilia's turn.
Okay. I think, given this, I want her to do something smart, but I think in this moment she is so shocked and shaken that Stong was in so many ways like the heart of this team, and he was the one who jumped in and the one who stood in front of us and took the hits. And this was one too many, and she is flooded with grief. And in the back of her head, I think there is a voice that says, this is what happens when you care about people. But the bigger, see, I'm gonna make myself cry. The bigger part is just screaming at this loss. And she turns to the count of coins and she is going to swing her axe as hard as she can. I'm gonna have to find that. Give me a second. And if I don't make this, I'm gonna be so angry. 27. And of course, because she is so just full of the grief and the rage, she is going to smite the freaking heck out of him. So the first set of the damage is an 11. Oh, why did it Eldritch Blast? Ignore all of that. 11.
Hold on. So
What?
in your grief, I'm going to say you get advantage on that attack.
Does the 27 not hit?
The 27 does hit, but what's most important is that you rolled a natural 20 with your second attack.
Yeah, but I rolled it for Eldritch Blast. Do I still get to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you
so
crit the bastard, which is, I think, reasonable.
thank you. So that's so it's the full die, then roll.
Yeah.
Then the
So
thing.
so we'll just
So add a 12.
Yeah, this is your roll, and the full die makes it. Hold on.
So 12 out of 12.
Okay,
and
so
then
23, and you were doing a
I'm gonna do
Eldritch
a
Smite as well.
Yeah,
How many dice of damage does your Eldritch Smite do?
6d8.
Okay, go ahead and roll. So let's see, 23.
So 30.
So let's see. So the crit also affects the damage from the smite.
What?
Yeah, meaning
Avenging
that
you, Song.
you just hit that vampire for 101 damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does that mean is it dead or is it still up? Because I get another attack. I'm just saying.
He's not quite dead, but that
Okay.
you bury your axe into him. It goes into his shoulder, down through most of his body, and comes. It swings out and smashes into the floor hard enough that it puts a dent in the floor, right? And he is like his body's hanging together by a thread.
So she pulls her axe back up. This axe, glinting with Rashemi runes with the decorations of spirits. This axe is actually nobody else knows this, but I suspect she would have told Stong. This is a replica of the masterwork of Igor Semirin, who was secretly her grandfather. And she always admired it and was always told, this isn't for you. This is for someone with strength. This is for a berserker. But she's going to take that axe and she's going to swing it back around right into that asshole's head.
Yeah. He looks at you with confusion and dawning horror.
So that is
That-
only a 16.
Still hits.
All right. I don't even know how it works. So she brings that down for another 13 points of damage.
Oof. All right. You chop the vampire's head off.
Okay. She's just gonna do that, and then she's gonna turn and she's gonna make eye contact with
And
the
then
Night King.
his head goes flying off, and his body then slides into two pieces.
She doesn't even watch.
Kalith would like to take a reaction and soul cage his soul.
Let's start your jerk.
Is that a reaction spell? I'm sure that
It is a reaction spell.
Oh
He had
my
a-
God.
It's in
The
the shape
spell
of a,
snatches the soul of a humanoid as it dies and traps it inside a tiny cage that you use for a material component. So let's go.
it's in the
Alright.
shape of a Pokeball.
Yeah.
I mean, technically the vampire is undead, not a humanoid, but I do really like that concept, so yoink. All right,
I
yeah,
want to specify Cecilia turns around and makes eye contact with the Night King.
yep. Across this roiling chasm of darkness,
Yep.
he stares at you, and you stare at him. You want to make an intimidation check?
I do actually.
Please do. I mean, you just blendered one of his vampires.
27.
And the Night King blinks.
Whoa!
Artemisia, your turn.
So, if Artemisia does an Arcana check, could she tell the spell that Sarshan counterspelled that was going towards Stong?
It was going to be Animate Dead.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're pretty sure it was going to target Stong and maybe any of the other dead corpses around.
Okay. Because she wants to get him out of reach of those kind of spells. So, she's gonna hover with telekinesis enough to stay out of things' way, and then go and then try to put him in the ring.
Okay.
Put his body in the ring.
Yeah, the count of coins gone.
I mean, no, he's in the little cage.
He's right here.
So
Got any questions you want to ask him?
Okay.
we've captured. It's like capturing the mob boss's accountant, basically, right?
All right. Artemisia, you hover over and get to being next to Stong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You think that darkness is losing control and going to explode outward at any moment. Like tendrils of blackness are thrashing around the room, smashing into the columns. One of the columns breaks apart and pieces of the roof ceiling start falling down. This one.
We're going to destroy another
Westgate institution? You bet your ass we are.
Well, so Dimension Door, she can only take one person. And there's 3 Cecilia,
So would be like,
Stong's
get
body,
Stong
and
out
then
of here.
Take Stong's body.
Get Stong out of here.
Well, Stong's body is not a person right now. It's technically an object.
yeah, but it could still get crushed by falling.
It is still a person to
No,
us.
I'm saying it doesn't count as a person for the purpose of the spell.
So
As long as you can carry him, or whoever you're teleporting can carry.
Swap him to your telekinesis. Swap your telekinesis to him so you can like float him and just pull.
Put him in your
Okay.
ring. Can you put him in your ring?
Well, the DM is suggesting that perhaps is not the best course of action. So
Oh, sorry. I was saying for the purposes of Dimension Door, he does not count as another person. He only counts as equipment, essentially.
Mhm.
If you
Well-
want to go into the ring, you can pull him into the ring.
I mean, that is Artemisia's impulse, I think. So unless, because I don't want like Shay to get killed, but Artemisia's impulse would be to just like grab him and go in the ring and like stay there, and if the ring's under a rock, so be it. Like they can get her out later.
Okay, so it's just going to be you into the ring, or are you taking anyone else? You're taking Stong's body. Right?
Taking Stong's body. Oh, and so since it's not a person, I could take somebody else into the ring.
You can take as many people as you're holding.
Oh, okay. Well, so here, 2 hands
If
out.
people are in a circle holding hands, you can take all those people into the ring, including yourself.
Okay, so Stong is floating with Stong's body is floating with the TK. Hands out, 1 to Shay, 1 to Cecilia, and whoever takes her hand goes with her into the ring.
You might have to convince Cecilia she's ready to murder every vampire in this place.
Well, I mean, the rocks are coming down. We need to go somewhere safe. You can't kill anybody if you're crushed by rocks.
That's fair. I guess I can't save Stong if I'm crushed under rocks.
Well, Cecilia, so you look over at Artemisia, you see what she's doing, right? She's offered you her hand. And then you look back and the Night King has disappeared.
Oh, I was gonna do this at him. That's fair. Okay. Gonna curse a lot in Rashemi, so you know she means it. And then she's gonna grab Artemisia's hand maybe a little aggressively.
Sarshan runs over and grabs Cecilia's other hand.
Okay. He can come too.
And
Who's gonna carry the ring once we're in it?
Shay says, I can do that. Sarshan says, I can do that.
What color are
I have a fly speed. Give it to me. Get in the ring.
Okay. You look at Sarshan and his eyes are full of tears. And he nods. And then he lets go of Cecilia's hand, kind of hesitantly, and grabs Stong's withered forearm instead.
Get in the ring.
Don't you die here.
Nope, not the plan. She'll kiss him. But she's also like super angry, so it is a quick kiss.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't move before. Can I do
Sure.
Can I?
Yeah.
All right. Technically, I didn't Misty step before.
Are
but
they all
okay.
going into the ring right now?
That's what I thought you were doing.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and put them all in there. All right, and Cecilia, you're now holding the ring.
All right, bye. I'm gonna bop this way, since everybody next to me is dead and I don't have to worry about an opportunity if that happens.
Yeah, there are a few Nightmask assassins who are screaming in terror as rocks are falling on them. This one gets crushed by a falling boulder, basically, just pancaked. Okay. So, Kalith, you are still standing, sort of floating at the heart of this massive roiling chaos of darkness.
Sorry, I forgot.
Well, I mean, it's
The portal has closed behind you. Like, whatever destabilized the darkness has also severed your connection with wherever you came from.
well, I mean, it looks like
In case you weren't paying attention earlier, the ceiling above you is open. So you're in a tower, open sky above you.
Right. It's 80 feet up, but it is open.
well, she's
And
gonna see.
and
She's gonna
like parts of the ceiling are starting to fall inward as the tower collapses.
Cecilia, where's everyone going? Where'd everyone go?
Out of here! Come on!
Okay. Do you need a lift?
I'm flying.
Yeah, she's flying too. She has these big wings. What are your wings?
They look like the wings of like a raven or a crow, but the tips are frosting, like they're sort of freezing from the outside.
Wait, Cecilia has wings now? When did that happen?
You've been gone for a while.
Caleb feels kind of insulted now.
It's only a spell. They go away.
It's only a spell, yeah, and they're probably we're about to die. They only last for a minute.
All right, well, why are you going that way? There's up.
Because rocks are falling from up. This is the door.
Oh yeah, fair point. I'm just gonna wing it. Which she does not have feathers, but her wings still flap and they still carry her.
That's style right there.
Hey.
I don't know if that was actually 60 feet. I didn't count it, but
If you're dashing, that's twice that. Oh, what's your fly speed?
30 feet, I think.
Oh, okay.
All right. So the two of you fly out of the collapsing building shreds of darkness are flying out of the rubble and disintegrating into the night around you. And you hear this. You expected the magic to explode with some kind of ear-splintering kaboom that you weren't going to look at because you're action heroes, and action heroes never look at it.
Also, we're trying to get to Rogar's, at least Cecilia's trying to get to Rogar as fast as possible.
But all that happens is a sad, deep sigh of great melancholy, of a cosmic sadness as the darkness collapses.
Yeah.
The Temple of the Morning Lord is no more.
That's on the night mass.
Yeah. I mean, they had a little bit of help, but yeah. Okay.
They didn't have to do their ritual there.
Meanwhile, at Briar House,
That is, by
Rogar.
the way, where Cecilia will be heading.
Rogar, that feeling of sadness, emptiness, has not gone away. In fact, it appears to be growing. Oh, this darkness is gone. Oh, we're gone now. Deleting that.
If Sturge has an action, he's going to rush Rogar and embrace him and say, "You did it! You beautiful, brilliant, courageous, idiotic dwarf! You did it!" And just give him a big smooch on the cheeks, both cheeks. And then he's going to say, "Well, you and that mediocre sword." Going to spin away.
I mean, to be fair, the sword did most of the work and you helped a lot.
No, it practically stopped you, but you overcame it. I am so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You can leave now, Vindicator, or whatever you're called.
The sword is no longer there.
Yeah.
I'll ask Sturge, can you message, or can you message the Irregulars and check? There's something wrong.
What's
I feel like
wrong?
we should teleport back immediately and help.
I think you're right.
So Ruan emerges into the hallway next to you, and he said, brushing some like dirt out of his hair.
Sorry about that. That's my summoning. I summoned dirt.
Yes. So incidentally, sorry about your wall.
I think we're gonna have a lot of apologizing to do to Artemisia when she gets home. We'll just.
Where's that?
It was all the darkness and the vampires.
Briar House just like shudders, and then like another wall just falls off, exposing
Oh no!
the northwestern vista, and you can see the Tower of the Morning Lord just collapses in the distance.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yes!
Flows all around it.
What if they were in there? Sturge, can you reach the Irregulars? Can you reach anybody?
No, I didn't prepare that particular spell. It didn't
That
seem
message
like
was a cantrip.
it's 120 foot. I'm sending 120 foot.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't think sending would hurt a vampire, so I didn't prepare it. But wait, whoa! What is that flying above the smoke?
Is that a perception check, perhaps, or something? I don't know, Eric. Are
I mean,
we?
narratively, he just thought you're gonna have to roll with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can make a perception check, sure.
All right, maybe I should.
Oh wait,
look
it's
at that.
dark. I can't see that. It's dark. Oh, I have true sight. I have true sight. I can.
Doesn't your true sight only extend as it doesn't matter. Make a perception check. Okay. In fact, you do see a small winged figure flying toward you. Partly because those, two winged figures. Well, one is shedding a certain amount of light because those wings are magical and they're rimmed with blood or poison or whatever they are this
Oh,
time.
mine? They're frost.
Frost. Okay.
Lower planes
So-
is cold. Upper planes
so-
is blood.
So you can see Cecilia, or at least someone using that spell that Cecilia always uses, flapping toward you.
Okay. All right.
and another
Looks like
darker figure flying nearby.
looks like two of them survived.
Cecilia seems to be coming this way. She might be being chased, though. There's something dark chased, like flying after her.
Okay,
That's right. You guys are there.
let's prepare our mightiest spells to take out the pursuer. Okay.
All right, I'll create a magic circle. I assume I have at least 1 minute before they arrive, so I'll create a magic circle with protection against undead.
So not to be the teacher, we didn't get homework person, but
Yeah.
Tasha's is a worldly guys only lasts for a minute. So it is probably running out about now.
Oh, that
It
might
will
be.
run out before. Yeah.
Okay.
So at some point I am gonna have to land and
Just
You might-
run. Yeah.
I guess I could turn into a wolf and run. I run faster
you
as
go.
a wolf.
Yep.
Do it.
You turn into a wolf and the ring.
By the way, Caleb, I
becomes-
turn into a wolf now.
You land, you turn into a wolf, the ring becomes a bracelet around your leg. It looks kind of like a golden manacle, actually.
You dislike. Although I guess I have that bracelet that Sarshan gave me, so maybe it's a little more like, oh, it looks like that bracelet.
Yeah.
And less like, okay, I don't enjoy this feeling that someone has chained me. But
We have a Pegasus, don't we? Or you?
that's
No, I wouldn't-
dongs. Does that persist?
I think it lasts a long time.
he's dead.
I don't think the steed is a concentration spell.
Okay.
Um,
Does the Pegasus come? Can I jump on the Pegasus? Because I bet the Pegasus is faster.
I think it's. Actually, I'm not sure Sturge was even awake for that, so I don't know.
Well, hold on. Okay. Let me just look up one thing. Talk amongst yourselves.
Be like, okay, Caleb, no, this is all very confusing. I have wings now. I'm about to turn into a wolf. But don't freak out, because I didn't freak out when I saw you still have skeleton wings. I've clearly been working on myself. Also, I'm glad you're here and you're not evil.
You can turn into a wolf and you have wings?
Yeah.
Okay. You're having this conversation as you're descending toward the street,
Yep.
right? You're still going as fast as you can, but you're descending, right?
Yeah.
And
I don't want to crash.
you're about to turn into wolf when there's a flapping of mighty wings and a Pegasus lands in front of you.
No!
It's
Do I
the
recognize the
Pegasus.
Pegasus?
It's the Pegasus that Stong summoned. Yes,
Like,
and
Oh.
it's looking at you expectantly.
I'm gonna hold up the ring. And I assume we make eye contact, and it knows. So I'm gonna
Okay.
jump on its back.
Yeah, it lowers its head to assist you in jumping up on it.
I'm gonna be like, I'll show you the wolf thing later.
The Pegasus looks askance at Caleb.
No, she's cool. It's fine. Do we need to make a persuasion check with you?
Nope, just takes off. And you're flapping back toward Briar House.
Or as fast as we can go. When I am in within earshot, I'm gonna shout, Rogar! Rogar, we need you! I assume that's at least 500 feet away based on how loud I yell, but you can make that determination.
Okay.
I think she's yelling robber. Robber. Are there robbers? Steve.
Okay, Rogar would run towards the. Yeah, I have no doubt that Cecilia's voice would carry. So Rogar would run towards it. Aye. And
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you see Cecilia come flying toward you on a Pegasus.
oh, nice. I said, if there's some undead creature chasing you, I've created a magic circle in the Briar House. What?
It's Caleb! It's just Caleb!
Oh!
You gotta help Stong! She's gonna hold up the
Oh.
ring. Gonna
Where's
realize
Stong?
not sure how to signal to get out of the ring. But she's as soon as this Pegasus is low enough, she is going to jump off. She might fall when she jumps off because they think she might go
Okay.
a little fast. But
Maybe Sturge can message her inside the ring if she's within 100.
I'm sorry, I have not prepared that spell.
message.
sending
You can do
the-
message because the
the
ring's
concert.
right here.
I can try that. I'll message.
Banging on the rocks.
I'll message the ring and say, Artemisia, if you could hear me, say something.
Artemisia, you do in fact hear that.
Is it safe? Or I forget. In that one, can I answer back into it?
Yes,
Okay. So she asks if it's safe.
it is
Ring
safe.
kind of glows a little bit.
Okay.
Your ghost boyfriend is a moron. We'll talk about that later.
She's not even listening. Like,
She's
as
good.
soon as he says it's safe,
Also-
she's
Also,
like,
oh, sorry.
I think also, sorry, I was gonna say in the midst of this, so you may see that Cecilia is just like pouring tears, and she's like, Stung died. Over the top of you. She's not waiting.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Sarshan is carrying Stonk's body.
yeah. But Artemisia jumps out, and then she's
Withered,
like, okay,
mummified
Rogar.
body.
You have to fix this. Rogar, you have to fix this. You have to fix this.
I need to
Because
rest.
saying it more will help.
Okay, I need to rest, but let's get his body inside, let's protect it. I need to rest and prepare the spell and oh my god. Okay.
Can I cast sleep on him? Then you could rest faster.
Do you tell him the truth about the sleep rats?
Oh.
I mean,
Sleep rats.
I mean, only if he brings it up. She's gonna be like, Rogar, I'm gonna cast sleep on you, because then you can definitely rest. So, like, don't be surprised. Like, sit down. Okay.
I'll go over to like the divan or whatever. The
Good
chaise longue.
The
Yeah.
fainting couch? Oh, okay,
Aye.
sorry.
And then she's gonna cast sleep on him.
Like, Artemisia is 80% D&D sorceress and 20% Regency romance heroine. So it might be more like 50-50. Anyway.
I'll cast Guardian of Faith before I'll tell. Just give me, and I'll cast Guardian of Faith to watch over Stong and I both while I'm resting. And it just
Oh shit, I should put you all on the map. Okay. There we go. Okay, so
Before you cast sleep, Cecilia is going to grab Rogar by the forearm. She's gonna grab him a little too hard because she's a little off balance here. She's like, "You can fix this, right?"
I hope so.
Don't hope so. Can you fix this?
Yes, Sharon Lara willing, and how did he die? Is he cursed? Is he?
They cast a spell. Like, I mean, this is not my normal skin texture. You might notice they cast some kind of a withering blight spell. Sucked all the life out of him. Like, a Night King bit him.
Oh god, is he a vampire?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's not a vampire, right? Caleb, he's not a vampire, right?
No, why would he be a vampire?
The vampire bit him. I don't know how this works. They're your friends.
Caleb, make a religion check.
It's a 2. Oh wait, that's an 11.
You think maybe he could be a vampire, but it's more likely he'd be a mummy.
He's not a vampire.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna tell us it's more likely he's a mummy?
It's more likely he's a mummy.
You know, that makes no sense because really he's been a daddy for the last couple of years.
Oh,
Get
God,
inspiration,
Mirabelle?
Steven.
Oh God!
Okay, Cecilia.
All right, now you can cast sleep on him and take him
Okay.
away from this horrible third degree. Where is Shay? That's a good question. To try to-
Shay's
Oh.
I just don't have on this map, but
Oh my god.
she's there
Oh.
as well.
No, you sleep.
She is also somewhat withered, but not as beat up as any of the rest of you.
You know what? I'm sorry. I have Raised Dead always prepared, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's part
wind
of
it
my
back.
being a life cleric, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so
She's still gonna grab your arm and be like,
Retcon.
you're gonna start the ritual to raise dead, huh?
"Yes, please."
I
I described it as a ritual because it takes like an hour to cast.
It does.
Oh.
It does. And if I just ask you all to like sort of just think good thoughts, be positive, pray to whatever gods or whatever you pray to.
Just
So
so
his prayer is like to the three ladies, if you don't let this work, I will come into your planes and hunt you. And smash it with my axe. Amen.
Who do you pray to, Sturge?
Sturge is
Or not pray to?
he's not speaking. He's pacing. He will tell anyone who cares to know. Bo, by the way, invited 2 vampires into the house, so there are now 2 vampires with standing invitations to enter Briar House at any time. Just so you know.
Is that how that works? You say yes once and they can always come in?
They've been invited.
Well, we'll just have to kill them.
So,
I
Rogar,
could stand some killing.
while you're
Nice.
preparing for the
Oh,
ritual, you
kill Bo.
realize-
I agree.
You realize that you need a 500 gold piece diamond.
Aye.
Didn't Lilton give you a bunch of jewelry?
Well, I mean, whatever money Artemisia has set aside, it won't necessarily be a diamond.
Kayla's had all
So-
the tools, right?
But I wanna point out there were a couple of bling blings there. So Ruan comes over to Rogar as he's like, and says, "Here," and he hands him this this diamond, which is large enough to fill his palm.
Oh my god. Alright. Think Sharingan. Alright.
Also, thank the chat for those bling blings.
Think
They turned out to be very, very, very important.
think Chiat. Goddess of Goddess of verbose aid.
I
It's
feel like
strange, Ruan says. I'm not sure why. I just had the feeling that you would need this.
It's very spooky, Ruan.
Where did you come from, Sturge?
So there's holes in the walls and stuff, right? And
Oh
it won't
yeah,
fill down and-
most of the western wall of the Briar House is missing.
We're just pacing that gap. He's on patrol. He wants to make sure no vampires show up and interrupt this.
Okay.
He's in a negative mood. He's pointing out all the things that happened, all the bad things.
So, Cecilia, Sarshan touches Cecilia on the shoulder, and it is just then that you realize that you are covered in blood and beat up and hurt and partly withered. And
I mean, I did point that part out to Rogar.
yeah, but like this is the first time that you can really feel it. Until this point, it's just been like a intellectual thing. Like
I mean, to
know
be
that
fair, I
you're-
had a lot of adrenaline going through me.
Exactly, like
So,
the adrenaline
adrenaline
is starting to lower down. That's exactly what I'm describing. And
I feel it.
exactly. And Sarshan heals some of your damage. In fact, he heals 25 hit points worth of damage.
Thank you.
He says, "You won."
It doesn't feel like it right now. She's watching Rogar, where. I'm sorry, I got off the screen. Where he is doing this ritual, which is unclear. Here, I'm gonna move her over there. Just gonna go. Like, this must. I mean, maybe this seems small because you've been through this before, but. I don't know. He can't die. He can't be dead.
There's nothing small about this.
Extortion beat up.
A little bit. Like, he has a bruise on his face, but otherwise he's okay.
Extortion.
Yes,
Yeah,
friend
hello.
Sturge.
May I have a word with you, please?
He looks
Sturge
towards
is-
Cecilia to make sure she's okay if he leaves for a second.
Well-
Yeah, although she's gonna look at Sturge like, don't.
Artemisia needs like a purpose, and so if she sees that Sarshan is not next to Cecilia, she's gonna go like hang on Cecilia's arm, if that will help somehow. Unless Cecilia pushes her
No,
off.
Cecilia's gonna hug her arm.
Sturge is going to say to Sorshin, did Stong do something to protect someone else? Is that why he's in this state?
I have never known Stong to do anything that is not meant to protect someone else.
Did he protect you?
I was there, but he was mostly protecting Cecilia. He was protecting all of us. He is a noble and good warrior.
Yes.
Just as you are a noble and
Stop. Sturge is going to start pacing again.
thank you, Sturge. We could not have done this without your help.
He's not listening. Sturge is just trying not to say anything really cutting.
This is how we work. Sarshan seems pleased. All right. Yeah, he returns to where the sisters are.
Okay. Well, since she's no longer like feeling like, okay, I gotta hold it together to help Cecilia, I think that Artemisia is now a wolf. Because too much emotion. This is what she does when there's too much emotion. Not that the wolf isn't feeling emotion too, but it seems like the wolf is a little bit more sort of like equipped to just be like to feel it as opposed to like trying to repress it.
Cecilia's
Did you
gonna
start
find
howling?
Mickey.
I swear to God, if she starts howling, Sturge is going to start howling with her. Because that's going to be, that is what he needs. That is what he needs.
If you guys start howling, I'm gonna start crying. Also, she's gonna be like, Kayla, this is a thing that happens now. Sometimes Artemisia turns into a wolf when it's all just a lie.
Oh shit, I don't think Kalis is on this board either.
And I was going to say,
There
so
she
the
is.
magic circle
Rogar.
basically
Kalis
fills.
just walked through the door. Or
Yeah,
rather, maybe she didn't, depending on what your magic circle is.
That's what I was saying. It protects against. I said it to protect against undead. It's like undead cannot enter it.
Kayla steps
Unless-
up to the porch.
Okay.
And Kayla, that seems like you really don't want to go in there.
You can go in the back door.
No, the whole
I
west
mean-
wall is missing.
Or
Interesting.
through the west wall.
That's there's a
She just
door.
gets this feeling of unease. It's like, last time I saw Briarhouse, it wasn't in such a good situation. I'm not sure I want to go. That's why.
Okay.
You could come in the side door or the back door. I think there's a back door.
Briarhouse is perfectly safe. I don't know why I'm out here. Side door it is.
So is it the mantle and the chimney and everything that's missing now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be so hard to fix. I think
That's a lot.
if you guys are howling, I think Cecilia is gonna turn and start crying.
Yeah. Yeah, Sturge is howling.
Cecilia,
Where's Artemisia?
Sarshan will take Cecilia's hand and lead her toward the other end of the house.
I don't want to be. I want to make sure this works.
It will take time. You need to take time for yourself too.
I don't.
All right, so if you don't stop him, he's going to lead you out to the garden on the other side of the house.
I kind of feel like since whatever he's doing, Cecilia is not going to be there for it whilst this thing is going on. So if she could sit quietly in the garden while the ritual finishes, I think that is a reasonable thing. But I think it is a show of great trust in Sarshan that she does that and takes her eyes off Rogar for now.
Okay. So, Sarshan will sit quietly with Cecilia and just wait as the night passes. And you hear Rogar chanting softly with great purpose. You hear wolves howling off and on.
I do think as this goes, Cecilia's prayer becomes less, I will punch you in the face, and more, please, please, please.
Okay. So, as you're sitting there, Sarshan grows a little bit more kind of like agitated, maybe like he's twitching and fiddling, like can't sit still.
Okay.
He's trying real hard.
How long does this ritual take?
I know, it seems to be taking forever, he says. Only an hour, but it must be the longest hour ever.
He's gonna take his hand and hold it very tightly.
Okay. Yep.
She's gonna say, I really thought this was just gonna fix things. That maybe everything would be okay if we could just stop this ritual and then we could go back to things being safe and all right. And I thought we, when we finished I kind of knew that it wasn't going to fix the thing, the geish, this thing with the feathers, but I kind of hoped. I'm guessing it didn't.
I hadn't even thought about it.
I'm assuming he does not have his shirt on.
Oh no.
He's gonna brush his hair back and check that tattoo. Hmm?
Yeah, tattoo's still there.
Oh, okay.
Glowing faintly.
So she's
Sar should have his shirt on.
I mean, next she'll say he's wearing shoes.
God forbid. She's going to kind of go like, okay, like, fair enough. Just gonna say, just at least. I mean, the bright side is at this point, this is new, right? This is when you made that agreement, when that pact started. This hasn't happened before, so it should be better. I mean, I feel like we're not living in someone else's past, and it doesn't matter whether you loved her before, because everything after this is new. It's just me. It's just us.
He looks a little thoughtful with all the strength of his intelligence 9 and says, it's always been just you, Cecilia. There's no one else. I am glad that you are you.
She's gonna kiss him. Because she didn't believe it 100% when he implied that before, but I think she believes him now. And she's also really scared that this ritual is not gonna work.
Okay. And he relaxes a little bit and he says, it is new. All of this is new. And it is wonderful.
I mean, most of it. I'm just gonna hug him. She's gonna start crying again.
And it is also painful, but if we can get through the pain, I suppose the wonder is worth it. And it is at that point that you hear the crescendo of the chanting rise, and you think Rogar is near the end of his ritual.
And I wanted to do something. Yeah, I wanted to call the other irregulars in to
Okay, so you
Good,
hear
run for
Rogar
that.
calling for you.
aid in the final part of the ritual.
Okay. Yep. So Cecilia, you pull free of Sarshan's embrace and head inside.
Yes.
So, Caleb, I'm just going to put you here in the living room outside the magic circle, but you're watching from a distance. And, all right, the ritual completes. Yang, you still there?
Oh, I wanted to. Okay.
Oh, sure. If you wanted to do something else, go ahead.
I guess.
Pretend you're dead.
I wanted to. So I feel like this ritual is like it's really fighting me because he was basically killed with like all of this negative undead energy and stuff. So I'm like, I just need a little bit like to get it over the top, like get it, just to fight back against it. Sharindlar is fighting it, and just so if each of you can just basically say like, your favorite, the thing, your memory of Stong that most represents like, the energy of his life or the joy of him or
Thanks. I think Cecilia Remember is going to think the first thing that's going to pop into her head is Stong giving Mirabelle to Shiny, because that was so hard that he did it for her. And this is, so emblematic of Stong and what a good dad he is. And it is something so missing from Cecilia, and such a deep want that she wanted a parent that cared like this so bad she can't even admit it. And so she sees this and sees Stong doing this for his daughter, that he chose this daughter and he does this for her. That to her is the purest moment of Stong.
I remember when we visited his homeland, and one of the great hulking orcs challenged him and told him to pick his weapon, and Stong chose music. I remember the expression on that orc's face, and how Stong obliterated him with drumming and walked away, leaving his foe alive to tell the tale of Stong's glory. That is his optimism, even for the worst of the worst. He is the most optimistic person I've ever known.
Caleb remembers so much in fights. When we had a shot, he was in the way. Turned to look, give us a nod. Always trusting that we'd be able to, that we would do what was right.
Which was usually blowing him away and then healing him.
Yeah, Artemisia looks like, oh God, somebody took mine, because she's like the arena that time when I was fighting whatever it was, and I hit Stong too, but so obviously she's changed back from being a wolf, and so then she digs a little deeper because her surface level first one was taken, and she says when she found out about the ring and how it was messing with her memories, and she was so upset, and Stong, they didn't even really talk about it very much, but he seemed to really like not even care like what she did, just that he was so mad at Lilton, and it didn't matter that like Artemisia, and you can tell that Artemisia's like thinking in her head, it didn't matter, I brought it on myself, but she's not going to say that because it makes it about her. But she's like, it didn't matter what the circumstances were, he just wanted to defend his friends.
We could do this for like another hour. I'm like, what about that time in the astral sea when Cecilia was full of big emotions and Stong came and talked to her?
Well, from the back, Shay speaks up and she says, I remember speaking to Song in his cell when he told me he feared losing control. And I told him that as long as he kept trying, kept fighting for what was right, that he would win against the darkness that he was so afraid of, because that's the same fear that I have. And fight that every single day. And he does it with a smile. And she goes back to falling in the corner.
Okay. Rogar takes all that energy and he says, Shalimlar, Stong is the heart of this party. He is the joy and the life of this party. Please do not let these undead fallbacks deprive us of our friend. And he pulls all that energy and he places his hands on Stong's chest. And channels all the power of the ritual that he's gathered into.
Okay. So this is Raised Dead that you're casting.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Okay. Song or Yang Yang. Is Stong willing to rejoin his body? Oh, you gotta message it to me in chat. Okay. Okay. For a long, long while. Okay. So the magic builds and builds and then shatters into thousands and thousands of motes of light that all fall all around you, plunging the room into darkness. Some of you can still see a little bit, and the moonlight streams through the open wall. And for a long, long time, the withered body of Stong Makuk lies unmoving. Nothing happens, and nothing continues to happen. And then Stong starts snoring.
If no one else is going to, Sitsuyo's going to lunge forward and hug Stong and start sobbing again.
Just don't hug him too hard. He's only got one hit point.
Yeah, don't kill me again.
Cyril, away!
Oh, Rogar will like cast cure wounds and everything on him as quickly as he can.
His max hit points are still reduced, by the way. You
I
only have that 30 whatever.
Listen, one
36.
problem at a time.
All right.
Okay.
If anybody else is gonna push in to like hug Stong, Sitsuyo will back off, at which point she will go hug Sarshan and cry on him some.
Okay.
I
Sarshan
think that
is-
Artemisia is going to howl joyfully because she's a wolf again.
Ruan is standing there holding his one arm with one of his hands, and he just looks happy, like he just smiles. And
Surge. Sorry.
Sarshan is not
Wait.
actually in the room with you,
What?
so you can go look for him if you
You
want.
just like didn't even follow me. I feel like this is not good boyfriending. But what's Sturge doing?
Surge leaves and walks Westgate, daring anyone to challenge him in any way.
All right, Sitsuyo's gonna go find Sarshan. Be like,
Okay.
it worked.
He's out in the garden. He's looking at one of the flowers. Actually, he's looking at several of the flowers.
Oh my god,
Kinda-
thanks so much, Meyer Doug.
Wow,
Thanks for the
look at
bits. Doug just cheered us
What?
2,000 bits.
that. Jeez.
Thank you, Mayor Doug.
Thank you.
Oh man, we're getting
you.
so close to that Tarask.
And he had suggested we all hold hands and sing Jiggle Jiggle Bounce, and I actually had considered that before he suggested it for a second, but I decided no.
All right, so Sarshan is standing out there in the garden. He's looking at the flowers. You kind of get the sense that he's like, he seems to be, he feels the flowers like with his fingers, and then he leans down to smell them. And you realize that even as a humanoid, he is still so much scent based that, you know, that's how he interacts with things more
Yeah.
than seeing them. And then he hears you say that it worked. And he goes, oh, that's such a relief.
She's gonna like throw her arms around him like full body hug.
Oh. and you, how what do you feel?
What do I feel? I'm it's a lot. It's a lot. But it's gonna be okay.
Yep. He brushes hair back from Cecilia's face. Says, "It's gonna be okay." He holds her out to arm length. Because you're you and you're not. And then he just kind of like that. And you see this
I have to
blade
fix that.
protruding through
What?
his chest. It looks like a sickle or a scythe.
Oh.
And then these golden wings unfurl behind him.
Everybody's getting wings.
And you see this golden mask just kind of like lean out from behind his face.
Wait,
Can I
you mean
blast it?
like next to him?
Like next to him, like someone standing right behind him.
But they're not his wings, someone behind him.
And she says, in
I would like
a
to blast her in the face.
somewhat recognizable voice, "Well done, my knight. You have succeeded." Okay. Roll initiative.
Excuse me?
Roll initiative.
Are you
Eric is making a push for the most evil DM award.
Oh my god.
First my best friend dies.
Look at-
Now my
look at
boyfriend's
Eric's
being
smile
stabbed
right
by a
now.
monster.
Oh, okay. You're gonna get off a blast. What are you gonna do?
Ugh. Okay. Am I out of spell slots? Thoroughly out of spell slots. No, I have one left. No, I'm sorry, I don't, because I Eldritch Smited and I forgot to take off the thing.
Right.
Okay. She's right behind Sarshan, so I probably can't axe her. But anyway, at this point I don't have the smite, so I'm gonna blast her. And her wings are out, so I think I'm gonna, I mean, there's no called shot. I'm gonna blast her. Actually, can I take that back? Oh, wait a second. Someone pointed out I have time for a short rest.
True. It'd take an hour to cast that spell.
Yeah, I guess you did. Yeah.
Okay. Confirm that. Okay, no, here's the question. Is there anything smarter I can do than just blasting her in the face?
Surprise, viewers. You thought we were going to end? It's 3 more hours of
I'm like,
combat.
what's happening?
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's not 3 more hours of combat. Don't worry.
2 more hours.
So much more combat.
Okay, I feel like the thing she would try to do is banish. And the question is, does she
Oh.
banish Sarshan or does she banish this creature? If she banishes Sarshan, she can banish herself too. But she doesn't have a way to fix the hole in his chest. And then they have to come back in a minute. And I feel like this is probably the right answer. She's going to scream. She's not going to say bogey in the garden, because bogey doesn't mean anything in this world. But she's going to say whatever the Forgotten Realms equivalent of bogey in the garden is, as loudly as she can.
I don't even know what the Earth equivalent of bogey in the garden is.
What
Yeah.
bogey means? Like something you're trying to, like you're targeting.
Opponent. Bad
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I've just never heard that phrase. Bogey in the garden.
Well, I'm in the garden. I'm saying there's a bogey in the garden.
I know, but it's just funny. Alert! Alert!
Oh my god. Okay, and then she's gonna try to banish the both of them.
Okay.
Am I getting counterspelled?
Yeah, she does cast counterspell. Do you counter her counterspell?
I guess so.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of counterspell fights. Okay. So counterspell her counterspell at level 5.
Mm-hmm.
And she's I guess I can't try to grab Sarshan's arm at the same time.
You successfully get that counterspell off.
All right.
All right, so your banishment happens.
Okay.
Sarshan does make a save against it.
He saves against it. He's not will. Oh, yes, he can fail to save. Or I don't know. Does he? Okay, I'm confused.
Well, let's roll the die and see what happens.
Okay, it's a charisma 18.
Oh yeah, he definitely resisted. Oh well, okay. No. I think he would allow you to banish him because you've done this on him before, and he knows this is a good thing.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, he disappears.
I was thinking I'd banish him and me, which is not a good idea.
I thought you were going to banish him and
I'll ban it.
her.
I'll ban it. No, I don't want them together in there. She's stabbing him. I'll banish him and I'll stay behind. Doesn't seem good.
I think you should go.
I kind of want to go. Okay, banish both of us.
Okay. You go into your blurry ice world.
Is he bleeding everywhere?
Yeah, Sarshan immediately collapses on the ground, bleeding all over the place.
Can he heal himself? If I take his hand and I put it on the wound, can he heal himself?
It was important that we did our house rule clarification about the banishment spell. You can't take actions or
that's right.
bonus actions or reactions while you're in the
Okay,
banished
she
world.
does it anyway out of panic. She grabs his hand and she's like slapping it on there.
Yep.
She's like, fix it!
Blood's coming out of his mouth. He says, I'm so glad that you're
Okay.
too. And
You
then
shush, don't lose your
realize-
energy.
You realize there's a shadow standing over you.
Are you kidding me?
And the golden raven says, exactly what I thought. She reaches down and casually pushes your hands away.
Can I slap her at least?
That would be an attack. You can't. You're like,
She can push me, but I can't push her. Okay.
she didn't come here through a banishment spell.
I don't like that she has my address.
She says, yes, exactly as I hoped. I look forward to meeting you properly. And then she and Sarshan disappear.
What?
Whoops.
Okay. I'm gonna drop my banishment.
Yep, you
I'm gonna
appear
run
back in the garden.
inside. I'm gonna run inside and I am going to I don't even know how to explain this. I'm gonna just go, the golden raven took Sarshan. The golden raven took Sarshan. But she's screaming it. And Steven was so upset by that you made him leave. Thank you.
I'm just trying to get rid of the fuzzies.
And that's all the time we have for tonight. That's the conclusion of Book 2 of the Westgate Irregulars campaign. Thank you for sticking out with us, and I am definitely going to leave it on that cliffhanger. There are many things to explore going forward. I hope you will all check it out going forward too.
Everybody needs to practice some self-care tonight. This was
This was a bit harrowing, so thank you all. I couldn't have done it without you, my players. I couldn't have done it without the chat because you're all so awesome. Thank you so much. I have been Eric Scott to be the DM of this campaign. We got really good stuff coming up for you, so stay tuned. We have more. Take it away, Aaron.
I am Aaron M. Evans. You can find me on Twitter at Aaron M. Evans. You can catch me on Wednesdays at 11 on twitch.tv/CNE Games for Champions of Lore with B. Dave Walters and Trevor Bettis, where we talk about Forgotten Realms lore behind our sponsors, Idle Champions of Forgotten Realms. Check them out at idlechampions.com.
I've been Rhiannon Held. Many of us, we're all writers of some stripe. Many of us have books out, and so I urge you to check them out. My latest one is my 4 novellas in my space opera series are now out in print. So if you'd like to check those out, there's an Amazon widget on our Twitch page and stuff about all our different books and such on dungeonscrawlers.com. And thank you tonight to our moderators, Mardug, Seldrine, and Shay.
Hi, I'm Yang Yang Wang. I'm going to tell you about our charity of the week. So this week, we allowed the amazing Emily to choose the charity, and she chose the Ocean Conservancy. So the Ocean Conservancy is working with you to protect the ocean from today's greatest global challenges. Together, they work with people to create science-based solutions for a healthy ocean and the wildlife and the communities that depend on them. So they have programs where they confront climate change, They improve government relations with various groups that do like ocean protection. They protect Florida and they protect the Arctic. Florida is in need of a lot of protection right now in various ways. Sorry if you're a viewer from Florida. Smart ocean planning and creating sustainable fisheries. And also they have a lot of programs that deal with trash in the oceans, which is a huge, huge problem right now. So we've linked to them below. If you just scroll down a little bit, you should see their logo. If you want to learn more about what they do and how you can support them, please check them out.
I'm Stephen Merlino. You can also find our past videos on our YouTube channel, linked on our Twitch page below. Be sure to subscribe to support us, and the bell to get notified as we add new content.
I'm Emily Tang.
Emily's back!
Yay!
I'm Randy Henderson. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for all of the great perk. You helped save us. We really appreciate it. The adventure continues over on our Discord. Come join us over there for fun conversations and
You can come decompress.
bonus materials. There's a Rogar's pillow fort if you need it. And then check out our website if you're new to the show, or if you just want to refresh. There's info on the characters, on the players, recaps of all our past episodes, and lots more. So thank you all so much for coming on this amazing journey. Yes, it will be continuing. And until next time, stay scrawly.